Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to All According to Plan. This is going to be an actual play, a play test of a game that I and Emma, off to my side here, have been developing now for a little over a year. This has seen several play tests already to great effect, but this will be the first streamed version. Is this the final version of the game? Probably not. I'm hoping that in the course of this, that we're going to learn a few things that we might want to improve or change, or we'll have just a good time with it, and then we'll just be able to take that as feedback. However it goes, it goes. But we're presenting this stream today as part of KiwiRPG Week, a grand celebration of all things tabletop here in Aotearoa, which we are delighted to be a part of. I've been helping out this whole week behind the scenes on a lot of streams. This is my first time on a stream this week, I think. It's been a little bit of a blur, everybody. But I will also be on after this stream. After doing this playtest, we're going to be having a panel about playtesting and how to get ready for them and how to what do you do with them. So that'll be coming up after this stream, and hopefully we stick to time. And if we don't, it's just me I'm shooting in the foot. Also, sorry, Vex and chat if we run long, but we should be fine. This game it's timed usually for about 3 hours, and we have about 3 hours, so everything will be fine. Hopefully streaming doesn't change anything.
It'll all go
according to plan. Yeah, that's right. If we go over time, that was the plan all along. that was always what the plan was.
We're just we're pulling a heist on the time after the stream.
Yeah, that's the real flashback to this moment. It'd be like, it was all there.
Yeah. So with all that in mind, I'm also delighted to be joined by my lovely 3 heist goers, my heist crew who will be participating today. Let's introduce them personally, and then you'll notice currently on their little name cards on the stream overlay that they have a little question mark, because we don't have characters going into this game. Everything is going to happen at the table while we are here right now. So without further ado, Emma, would you introduce yourself and just tell us either the last heist film you saw or your favorite heist film if you have one in the genre?
You should tell us your favorite heist film.
Oh, you're right. I should do that first. It's only fair.
Or the last one you saw.
Oh, the last one I saw was one of the middle bits of Ocean's 11, because I was looking up something specific while I was working on this very game. The last one I saw in completion was probably Logan Lucky, I think.
Maybe.
Which is another Soderbergh, also quite good. But my favorite is probably, I like the Thomas Crown Affair a lot.
He does like the Thomas.
I do like the Thomas Crown Affair. The bit at the end with all the bowler hats just sends me every time. And if none of you, and if anybody knows that film, fantastic. It's a wonderful movie. And if you don't know it, that's fine. It's Pierce Brosnan being Pierce Brosnan, and a bunch of people in bowler hats in a museum at the very end.
It's a good time.
It's rad as hell. Emma, I've done my due diligence. It's up to you now.
Hello, I'm Emma. I co-wrote this game, but this will be the first time I'm actually getting to playtest it. So that's fun. It probably was Logan Lucky that was the last one that I watched too, because we tend to watch those together. Mm-hmm. But I will just point out, instead of my favorite or the last one, I'm going to say what I'm excited for. There's a One Piece, we're pretty sure, heist film coming out.
Oh, that's true.
Sometime in the future. I don't know exactly when, but we saw a trailer for it some time ago where Nami runs a heist, it looks like.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
I'm excited for that.
Hell yeah. Ruby, how about you?
Hi, I'm Ruby. Hello. You're probably sick of seeing me on this channel this week. I do a bunch of TTRPG stuff, including with quizbook things. You can hire me to run games for you. I also do a bunch of streams all over the place, including frequently on KiwiRPG. And I'm very excited to be part of the playtest today. I'm super looking forward to just being a player, frankly, but I'm also very excited to seeing how this game works. I love trying out new games, so this will be super fun. And I'm gonna say special mention because I KiwiRPG, I'm always repping the Monster of the Week. Special mention to the season 2 Supernatural episode where they're hunting down a doppelganger during a bank heist. I did always quite like that episode. That was quite fun. But I think probably my favorite heist, and this may not fit the description and therefore upset a lot of people, I think Rogue One.
Oh, no, that's fair.
As a heist movie.
Totally.
Come at me, Star Wars nerds. I don't care. But I love that movie. That was great. So I think that's probably my favorite.
I think it counts. Hi, I'm Sue. Author name S. Jane Bradley. I'm a published author of 2 books, Clocks, Locks, Corpses and Other Epic Horror Poems, and The Night Witch and Other Epic Poems. I also run games for Questbook as well. This is how I got here. And my favorite, I don't remember the last time I watched a heist movie, but my favorite heist movie, if it counts, is Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. Jason Statham's first movie. At least one of his first.
Hell yeah.
Guns for show, knives for a pro.
I've never seen that one, but I've heard references to it.
It's really good.
I mean, one of the things I discovered while we were working on this game is that there's just such depth to the genre.
There's the Great Muppet Caper.
We did watch that. As part of this. Yeah. Which is, I will say, having rewatched that fairly recently, hardly a heist film, but
it sure is a movie.
It sure is. It's the Muppets, and they have a good time.
Muppet movies are a genre of their own.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true.
Just like Lego movies.
Yeah, they're kind of coming out into their own as well. It's kind of interesting to see how that all happens. But today we're going to be playing All According to Plan. So as part of that game, we've got a session script that we're going to be playing. Today's script is the Serpentine Fork. The Serpentine Fork is about stealing a cultural artifact from the British Museum. We'll be getting lots of fun details on that in a bit. But first, I'm going to introduce the game a little bit through a thing called CATS. CATS is an acronym that stands for Concept, Aim, Tone, and Subject Matter. So the concept for the game, All According to Plan, is a role-playing game about camaraderie in larceny, about charming criminals stealing from targets as wealthy as they are morally bankrupt. Through the course of a session, we'll collect the crew, case the joint, and execute the heist of the century. The game is directly inspired by the Ocean's franchise, but it draws broadly from the wider body of heist cinema. While the uncertainty of the heist and its success may be real enough to the characters in the fiction, for the players above the table, there is never a question of if the heist will succeed. Instead, the only question is how will the heist succeed? In what genius way will the crew overcome the towering odds stacked against them to pull out a last-minute success? The aim of the game, like a writer's room crafting a script, the aim is for our players to collaboratively make the most intriguing, exciting, funny, and above all else, like cool heist movie possible. The tone, unless the specific script you're playing says otherwise, and ours does not, this game is about making a fun and surprising heist film. It is about playing with the tropes of the genre, and it is not about dealing with the gritty, harsh realities of running or operating a criminal enterprise. Quips and comedy are balanced by the hard-swinging emotional highs and lows of the heist and its various setbacks. As far as subject matter, theft, organized crime, corruption, capitalism, violence, and some occasional sexual themes can appear through the course of the game. Your script will have a movie rating as more specific guidance for the content of the story. For this one, the rating is just like a PG-13 on the US scales. I forget the New Zealand ones at the moment.
You were supposed to look that up.
I was supposed to beforehand.
PG-13 is also over here as well.
Is it? Okay. Sweet as. You love to hear it. That's one of the slow things that I figure out after we moved. Kiwi for 3 years and counting.
Hey.
You're one of us now.
That's right. But I still don't know your movie systems. So before diving into the game more fully, I'm also going to explain kind of the general structure and give you an overview of the order of play so you know what to expect from the session today. So in All According to Plan, one player is the director. That's me. The member of the group who is responsible for facilitating the order of play and moderating the conversation that creates this game. The rest of the players, all of you.
Hello.
And you two, audience. Create. Well, actually, they create members of the heist crew. Only those here are going to create members of the heist crew. The audience.
I mean, they can create members of the heist crew if they want. They're just not going to be on screen.
They're going to be off-screen heist crew members. The game's heist materials are organized in scripts, as I mentioned. Each script is designed to play out across one approximately 3-hour session, along with lots of other details and prompts I'm going to introduce later. Every heist is going to include a target, a location, and a specific antagonist who will oppose our crew. The game is going to begin with some setup where I introduce the heist, and we all together, collaboratively, answer some establishing questions. Afterwards, we will all create our characters and then select a mastermind from among yourselves.
We should wait for a second.
Oh, I don't know if that's coming up on mic. There's a very loud motorcycle driving past.
Only a tiny bit. You're fine.
All right, we're good. So next, after we've created characters, I will narrate a scene opening the first act of our heist film, and each of you will narrate scenes collecting the crew. Afterwards, in Acts 2 and 3, we'll narrate a series of scenes planning, preparing, and executing the heist. And during that, there's going to be vulnerabilities and objectives and pledges and troubles and setbacks and a major twist at the end. And we're going to cover all of that as we go moving throughout the game. This explanation here is just to kind of give you some of the language in your heads and get an understanding of the structure of play. I have a note here. Now's a good time to ask if anyone needs to go to the bathroom, fill up a drink before we start playing. But I think we already kind of did that before.
Okay.
We have from Emma. You gonna go grab water?
To be fair, Emma helped create the game, so I feel like
That's
if there's
true.
more rules to be explained, it's probably okay.
That's fair.
I do also like that we put the shout out for chat to also make their own heist characters, and Zero has just said Jason Statham. So
That's all you need to know.
Like we could call her Jason Statham at any point.
Well, so we're just about
I
ready.
need you to help me open it.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
He closed it the last time, and his hands are too strong for mine.
Go.
I don't know. That's just I can just close the bottle. That's fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Before we dive in, so what we're going to do here in just a moment is we're going to actually start playing with our materials, and we're going to start building some of our details of our heist. But before we do that, I'd like to let you know that today's heist is going to be rated. So Emma, Ruby, Sue, you three all have pulled up, I hope. We've got a VTT where we have some of the materials from the game. I'll show this. I guess I can show this on camera now. Somebody promised not to abuse the power of marking on the cards, and they did it anyways. So over here on the top right, there's this guides section, which is going to have a lot of different things that we're going to go through as we play the game. And there's one here at the very top of that that's called critical reception. I can't zoom in on it. That's fine. So I'll read these off real quick. We're going to ask these questions at the end of the game, and we're going to set a rating for our film at the end based on how we answer the questions. So our questions are, did the heist crew flagrantly break the law or local rules with panache and style? If so, that adds 1 to our score. And did we do so with the moral high ground? That will add +2 to our score. Another rating question, did a member of the heist crew narrowly avoid suspicion or otherwise succeed by the skin of their teeth? +1. Only to still suddenly fail and need to pivot? +2. Was a specific line given once, then repeated a second time later on with new meaning or to dramatic or comedic effect? +1. 3 times? +2. Did the movie include a B plot? +1. Was the B plot resolved along with the climax of the heist? +2. Did a member of the heist crew use unnecessary force or a needlessly complicated solution for an otherwise simple problem? +1. Only to be shown a simpler way? +2. These are the things that our critics want from this film. If we can answer yes to these at the end, then we'll get points for it. But this is like absolutely side objectives. This does not affect the course of play in any ways, but it does affect our critical reception. So do think of that as we play the game.
Yeah, Ruby, when you said you did musical theater, I was like, you're going to like this one.
That's incredible. Yeah, you say those are side quests. Those are, for one, shows clearly this game has been made by people that love heist films and the genre. And two, is I'm gonna spend all of my energy aiming for all of those things.
Excellent.
Perfect. So now with our critical reception in the back of our minds, I'm going to move to the fore of our minds, our heist itself. So today we're going to be doing the Serpentine Fork. And our first introduction for that is the target, the Serpentine Fork. The Serpentine Fork is a notable cultural artifact from the Crozet Islands in the South Atlantic Ocean. It was given as a gift, aka pillaged by the East India Company, while investigating a new route for the spice trade in the late 1600s. It passed through many private collections before being picked up in an estate auction by the British Museum more than a decade ago. It languished, forgotten in their archives, until it was recently rediscovered. The British Museum plans to include it as a central piece of their upcoming special exhibit. Our first establishing question, which I'll go ahead and uncover our card. What is the cultural significance of the Serpentine Fork to the inhabitants of the Crozet Islands? And how does the upcoming exhibit at the British Museum misrepresent the Serpentine Fork's heritage and history? This is a question for all of us to answer. If you have any thoughts or ideas, I'll start jotting them down.
I have a gut thought.
Yeah, you got thought?
Yeah, is if maybe the Serpentine Fork is meant to be like not a food utensil, but is meant to be like a hairpiece.
Ooh,
and
love
the
that.
museum is accidentally put it in as a culinary item. They've
Love that.
entirely misunderstood the intention of it.
And they speculate like maybe it was used for a particular type of food that's eaten in that area. And they're like, this was used for noodles or pasta, but really it's going. Isn't that Ariel? She was using
Dinglehopper.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that vein, I like the idea that it's like a 3-pronged fork, and the middle prong, partly for the serpentine reason, is like squiggly.
Ooh.
And so it's great for using as a hair ornament because it keeps it in your hair really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It would be kind of terrible to use as a actual food article.
Yeah, so I think as far as misrepresenting the heritage or history, I think the detail I'll add is like this exhibit is like utensils of yesteryear or something. And by missing the like intention of this artifact, we're like, it's like, look how terrible this was as a fork. Like, well, it's okay at eating this one regional dish, but like it's certainly not as superior as modern day forks. And it's like, guys, it's a hairpiece. It always has been.
The fork's not sharp because you will hit the top of your spine.
It's terribly weighted to be a like a fork you would eat with too. It's like way heavier on the part.
There's like gemstones on the handle that would get like food stuck in them.
Oh yeah.
Do we think this has any sort of like cultural meaning as far as is it a sign of power? Is it a sign of status, do we think? Or
I think it would be a sign of status, like that you could afford to have that item. It's not an everyday item, like something you would wear out to show that you are of a higher standing in society.
I like that.
Okay. All right. So we've thoroughly discussed, I think, the nature of the Serpentine Fork, and most critically from this question, we've also established roughly how large it is. That's something that I've once had a table didn't establish until like Act 3. They're like, wait a second, did we ever talk about how big this thing is? It wasn't clear from the context.
That's kind of important.
It's a hairpiece. It means that we are definitely, you know, like maybe yay to yay big. We're certainly not, you know, several meters long.
We're not.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see my.
So let's talk about our location, the British Museum. This is a quote from their own website. Experience cultures across the globe from the dawn of human history to the present. And I have tacked onto that as seen through the eyes of the largest imperial power of the 19th and earliest 20th centuries. The British Museum's permanent collection of 8 million artifacts is the largest in the world, and no item in it can be separated from the path it took to get there. My establishing question for the location is, what about the advertising for the upcoming special exhibit shows that they still lean hard on their exploitative roots?
We've got, the utensils of yesteryear, like banner that they've got. You know how they always have like those long banners and those like big long, outside the museums. And it has like a table setting, and it's like a very British table setting, like very high etiquette like stuff. But each of the things that would be on that table setting have been replaced with one of the artifacts from the museum that are utensil shaped, some of which are actual utensils, but you also have like little spoons that have like paintings inside of the bowl of the spoon. So that's a classic.
I like that. Any other thoughts?
I was thinking maybe there's a part, there's an interactive part of the exhibit where you can't interact with the artifacts, but they've made like a 3D printed version of the like structure of the artifacts, right? Like a really crappy version that people can use to try and eat the fancy food that they thought it was used to eat. And like that food is actually still like extremely protected or extremely hard for them to grow in the place that the artifact is from, but they've shipped a ton of it over to the British Museum just for this particular exhibit.
I also suggest how they have those bus stop advertisements, and like they have a picture of the serpentine fork, but in it says, "What would you eat with this?"
Yeah.
It's just a picture of it stuck in fish and chips or something.
Yeah.
There's a big bowl of holidays.
And all kinds of...
And an ice cream cone.
I mean, a fork with a long middle tine would actually be kind of great for,
or like in a like squiggly one,
like a pasta swirl or something. Be it known for the record.
If it was weighted correctly.
Yeah.
And not made out of something that would totally be destroyed by like a pasta sauce or
yeah.
Whatever it's made of, it's like they're like, oh, this would be terrible for any kind of acidic sauce. And it's like, yeah, it's because it's not for it.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about our adversary, Sir Harry Pilford. Posh, prim, uptight, horn-rimmed glasses, tweed everything, and a God Save the Queen tramp stamp. Harry Pilford is the curator for the British Museum.
Sorry. I have to pause you. Canon? That's the case?
Canon.
Incredible.
Yes. This is this man.
Does he have a
Sir
punchable face?
Is
Does he have a punchable face?
Oh, incredibly.
Someone with a fist would just
he's an older gentleman, but he looks like he could take it. Like you're not like you wouldn't feel bad about it, is what I'm gonna say. Yeah. Our establishing question for Harry Pilford. Sir Harry Pilford is mired in a scandal right now, holding on to his job, but only just. What is the scandal?
Secretary philandering with a secretary. It's pretty standard.
Oh yeah, how else would they get a photo of the tramp stamp? That makes total sense.
That's a really good point.
Excellent.
There was a picture that was posted of him with tramp stamp in British Museum, like definite British Museum location.
Yeah.
Can I? Oh, sorry, you go.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we don't have specifics on what his job is, right? He's
the curator,
just a sir of some kind. Oh, he's the curator.
Yeah.
He's also
Sir Harry Pilford is the curator of the British Museum.
Right. Could we say that maybe rather than a secretary, maybe he was philandering with like an employee at a rival museum? Or something.
Yep. No, I agree with that. Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
In order to he's philandering with someone from another museum in order to transact specific items.
He's been
as,
pulling his own grift.
favors. Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we've got philandering with someone from another museum, grifting for items. Okay, we're gonna put a name to this other museum. We're just gonna say this is the Louvre.
100%.
Yes.
Louvre. Yeah.
Louvre.
Yeah. So then we've also got a picture posted nude in the British Museum.
Yep.
Is that correct? Somebody said that,
It
I
was
think?
posted on like French Twitter or something.
Yeah.
It took a minute to get back onto the like British.
Yeah.
Someone was like, I recognize that tramp stamp.
The tramp stamp gave it away.
It did take a minute because everybody realized they would be telling on themselves.
Sarah says in chat, in French, Twitter, fritter? Yes. It was on Fritter.
Or I suppose that these days it would be fricks.
Yes,
It's
inflagrante delicto. Exactly, Dixon.
So if you're in France and you're using an iPhone on Twitter, so it'd be an apple fritter.
Oh, very good, very
was
good.
Was it on an apple fritter?
Pomme frite.
Also, Sarah, you say that I am rather quiet. I can boost my audio a little bit.
Incredible.
Off to a great start.
So what I'm hearing is we need to team up with the Smithsonian.
Wait.
I don't mean to get ahead of planning, but
I'll also, just because I'm from there, I'll throw in an extra special mention to the Nelson Atkins Museum in Kansas City, Missouri.
Nelson Atkins rules.
Another museum that a good portion of their stuff is just pilfered from different places.
There was a exhibit they had.
This is also partly
a few years back. Yeah, truly. That was about like how several things came to the museum, and like whoever, my heart goes out to the person on staff who had to like write the little placards for everything in this piece, because they had to dance around the fact that like, yeah, so there was like a lot of mob and crime money in the early 1900s that went in the founding of the museum, and there definitely was just this guy they work with who just stole the stuff from around the world, and like they said that in the most polite way possible, but still that's what happened. So art museums, man, they're a trip. All right, but I think we've got we were short and sweet because we all unified behind a single vision there. Pilford has been he's been establishing relations with other museums.
Very close, intimate relations.
Intimate relations.
Cool.
Load-bearing relations.
Load-bearing relations. All right. With that, we are ready to move up. We've established our so now you know what you're building characters for. Now we know like what is the heist that we're doing, right? We know all the core details of it. So these are gonna be each of your character sheets. Everyone in chat is going to be very nice to me, considering I threw together this entire VTT in the last 48 hours. And look, it's not the prettiest, but it'll do. So in your guides, there's a section for the character sheet where it explains what's going to go into this. You're going to make a name for yourself. I usually come to this last personally, but if you have a name already that's in your head, go there first, whatever you want to do. This is going to be like your name, but it also could be like, what do your friends call you? Do you have a handle? That sort of thing. You're part of a heist. Get creative. As far as style, you're going to have like, just give us like a one-liner. You've got a look about you. You know, what is it? Yeah, you can drag those around. Those are yours now. Do with them as you see fit. You're going to also select a modus operandi. I've got these little cards up here.
Click on it
that are all of those. Your modus operandi, it's your MO. This is like how you operate. These are unique. So once you've taken one and you've added it to your card, that is yours now. You that's the one that you're going with. So go ahead and read those. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. All of your modus operandi are about gaining pledges during the Act 2. They're a meta currency. I'll explain fully when we explain Act 2. Sure. But just know, like, you want to get pledges. So, you know, if you pick an MO that aligns with how you want to act for your character. The other thing I'm going to say, we'll go back to character sheet. You also have a career stage and skills. Skills, you're going to get to pick 2. They're in the guide. I've got the career stages and then the skills. There's a little bit of light reading here for everyone. But skills, you're just going to pick 2. One is your expertise, one is your proficiency. So one you're really good at, one you're kind of good at. You're good at in a pinch. These are completely like narrative building blocks. This is just so we know a little bit more about your character. And technically during Act 2, if you start acting too far outside of your skills, I can like start making problems for you. But that's never happened in playing. We'll even see if we keep that rule in the long term.
Where's the guide with the skills?
So guides are in the top right of your view. There's a little button that looks like a book. And if you click on it, it'll pop out all the guides.
Aha.
And then career stages are also in there. Career stages, the first line of it is like what the stage is.
Aha.
Your options are green, notorious, parole, pushed out, gone mainstream, settled down, or retired. And top of your game. Sorry, I missed that one. And these are going to have like a vague description of what they are, but then they're also going to have a connection question. And once you've all created your characters, we're going to answer those questions to get like build up some of the connections between the heist crew. So that's my explanation. I'm going to let you ignore me for the next 5 minutes, read through the stuff, think about what you want to do. I recommend picking an MO first, just because you know, those are precious. They're the biggest influence on your character. But while they're all doing that, hey chat, how's it going? This time's for you and me. I'm gonna put a little timer up for 5 minutes here.
Yeah, you can start a timer on the.
I can. We're gonna start a little timer so I can keep an eye on that. But right now it's just us. Oh, Dixon's in chat. Hey, Dixon. Hell yeah! Thanks for joining us. It is late in the States right now, so delighted to have you. I hope, man, if you stick on for we're gonna have a stream after this where we talk about playtesting and stuff. We're gonna have.
Yeah, I hope you don't have anything going on tomorrow.
Yeah. You know, if you're around for that, man, it's gonna be a long night for you. But delighted to have you. Already see some excellent activity in chat today. This is going to be a fun stream. I'm really excited for this. Yeah, I've got French Twitter. I almost missed that. How did I miss chat about baked beans?
French Twitter, aka Palm Free.
I do love the idea of having like a beautiful like painted like wooden spoon that they've stolen from somewhere that's on one of these promotionals, and it's just like stuck in one of those little earthen pots of baked beans like you might get on the side of your plate for a big breakfast.
Or worse, just a like metal tin. Just a
tin of beans.
What year are we in?
Modern day.
Very good question.
No specific attribution. We can kind of like fudge anything we need to. We're not quite in our world. We're in the version of our world where heist movies happen.
Where the rules bend more effectively around those that have the moral high ground.
Yes.
Emma, do you have any particular inclinations towards one? Because I'm a die hard, wait for everybody else to pick person.
Oh, but I was going to let you guys do that first.
This is why I'm asking, so we don't just do that for 10 minutes.
Meanwhile, there's me going, I want this, I want that, I want this.
Yeah, great. Someone has to.
You two pick first. I will take whatever you don't want because I'm familiar with everything. So
okay.
Do you have your eye on anything?
I mean, yes, there are certain ones that I would love, but there are enough of certain ones that I would love that you guys picking will just help me narrow it down.
Well, Sue, looking at yours, looks like you've opted for Well Connected. Is that true?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Excellent.
I stole it and put it under my character sheet.
Excellent.
Beautiful. One of the nice things that's cool about this VTT, if we deposit it on your character sheet, then now we can carry it around with us.
Ooh, that's really fancy.
It is.
The question is, do I want to have been in jail or do I not want to have been in jail?
There's the question. That's the eternal question in these games.
The eternal question is, she's going to be from jail. She's paroled.
Love it.
Okay, now I've got to remember how they... Okay, we're good.
Sarah in chat. David, have you looked at Asher's Ridge? I don't think I have. What is Asher's Ridge? I'll have to look it up after. I don't want to disturb my my very perfect flow right now. I have so many windows open, y'all. This is a fascinating way to run a stream. This is definitely my most complicated streaming setup I've done.
It's a fully collaborative tabletop role-playing game for 1 to 4 players, where you direct and play through episodes.
I'm assuming of Asher's Ridge, some titular show.
Paranormal drama television.
Cool.
Nice.
Sounds rad.
Does anyone want to pick me up from prison, or am I walking? I'm happy to walk.
I can pick you up from prison.
Perfect.
Yeah, great.
Okay, yeah.
Excellent.
I can be your Rusty.
Perfect.
Okay,
I
I'm
appreciate that. It's raining. I don't want to get wet.
yeah, fair. I do need some help because I'm torn between two, which is the pinch or silver screen.
Both excellent.
Because I do really like. I personally, a lot of my high stuff I've done recently, I played a lot of Blades of the Dark, and so I love the semi-flashback capability to be like, oh no, it's fine. I already did a thing for this, and I've got the exact solution.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like given our adversaries' particular scandals, it might be useful to have someone that can interact with social situations, which I feel like Silver Screen is good for.
Kind of built for
maybe.
I would love to see you do silver screen. I think that.
Okay, here we go.
100%.
All right,
I'll
Emma,
be
where does that
Anne
put you then?
Hathaway. Fine.
We haven't had someone do double life yet. If you're thinking about it, I see your cursor on it.
Which one?
Double life.
Double life. I was thinking about double life. You know me. I'm a big fan of that particular character in Ocean's 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
Heck yeah. Drag it down to your character sheet. Looks like yours is going to be the middle one.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, and then check your guides for skills and career stages. Technically exhausted our time, but we have a little bit of padding to spend here in character creation.
Okay.
We don't have like an actual list of styles anywhere, right?
Nope, that's just up to you. This is, I think originally we were thinking about doing like some sort of table of stuff you could add. Lots of games do this, but this is one where I think we just leave that flexible. Whatever you're thinking, whatever your vibe is.
Is there a limit to how many skills we can take?
2. You have one that's your expertise, the one that you're best at, and then one that's your proficiency, something you're good at in a pinch.
Do we need like a first and last name, or are we good with?
Nah, first names are fine, or your code name, whatever your vibe is.
Okay. Do either of you want to have to be the muscle, or?
I think I'm very much going to be the charm, it sounds like.
Cool. Okay, then I am taking muscle.
You be the muscle.
Awesome. This is an interesting combo. I don't know if I've seen a well-connected yet who's the muscle for the group. That's great. It's almost always somebody who's the face tries to go for that.
Oh, I've been in prison. I've worked in corporate. I know people.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. That's going to be fun.
I'm going to take driving as well.
Excellent.
It's a great one to have for this one. Being in a city for this heist.
Should probably have driving. No. Unless...
No, I'm happy to take driving if you want.
Okay.
I'll come pick you up.
Driving. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ruby, take driving.
Great.
Okay, then. Okay.
I'm thinking about. I do think we should have somebody with some electronics, and I'm considering doing that.
Yeah.
If you take electronics, I'll take lock picking.
Perfect.
Nice.
I didn't save my name for some reason.
So that works out because I can also punch the lock
press save
open.
at the bottom when you're done.
Okay, cool. And then, cool. Oh gosh. Oh no. Can't think of a name.
Well,
gosh dang it. Chat, help us out. Can you start throwing some names out there, please? Just for my sake, can you start throwing some random names around?
I think I'm going to go electronics and stealth if nobody else has picked up stealth.
No, I haven't.
No, I think we're all good.
Cool.
We have Dorcas McBain from Saro.
Incredible.
Okay.
McBain is a sick last name, though.
That's very good.
That's pretty good. Dorcas, I don't know if I'm feeling, but if that's up your alley, Ruby, whatever's.
To each their own.
I don't know why, but maybe not Dorcas, but Orca does sound like kind
Orca.
of a could be
Orca
a movie star name.
McBain is like
that's a Bond villain right there.
Truly,
that is absolutely.
That is power. That is. We've got Rob Robertson Jr. the third from Dixon.
We did play.
Otherwise,
we did play a game just the other day where the main character was Rob Robson or Robert Robertson.
Yeah, isn't that in
Dispatch?
Hell yeah, SJ. That is incredible.
Just call me Sue, or just call me Brick.
Brick. Yes.
Brick.
Bridget
Excellent.
Brick Dickerson.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, Dixon. Okay, now you're on to something there, Dixon. Junior is the last or family name for Rob Robertson. So it's not Rob Robertson Jr. the third. It's Rob Robertson Jr. Robertson's the middle name. Junior is the surname. And then the third is the epithet.
Yeah, fuck it. I think I'm just gonna steal that 0. Thank you.
Excellent.
And oh god damn it.
And don't click save. Emma.
The problem is that I want to check the career stages without having to close out of my little, and it doesn't let me do that. So I have to keep everything in my head, or I have to enter everything individually.
You enter it and you save it, and then you come back. Look,
I can do that. I
didn't design this.
I know.
I just put it all together.
Oh, you did design it.
I laid it out.
It is all your fault, but we're also glad that it's all your fault.
That's fair. I'll take it.
It's okay. I remember everything I typed in.
Good. But it sounds then like we're nearing completion here. Do you have a style in mind for Orca? Yes, I see.
Damn right I do. Yeah. Oh, I should put some.
Hell yeah. We've got a notorious and a parole. And it sounds like Orca, you've done a stint in jail, is that right?
I think that
Excellent.
Orca is notorious at the notorious stage of their career because they basically publicly took the fall for a very big crime in order to cover up an even bigger crime that was going on. And managed to play it off as a early 20s Hollywood kid having a breakdown and has now come back to the scene.
You went to rehab and that was the only punishment you got.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Love it.
I mean,
all right.
For career time, I think I have to go settle down, right?
Oh, for
with
sure.
Double Life.
Yeah.
I don't have to,
but
I'm gonna.
But it's the vibe for sure. So then let's go ahead and start answering our connection questions. I think we've got a crew now. Ruby, is there anything else you want to add about Orca before we'll introduce each of the members of the crew and then we'll select our questions and answer them? Anything else you want to mention about Orca? You want to just give us a quick overview?
Yeah, I can give you a quick overview for sure. Yeah. Orca McBain, he, they pronouns, was a very undiscovered talent in their late teens and joined the Hollywood scene, and then in their early 20s had a very public crash in publicity and PR that for all intents and purposes seemed kind of wasn't a rehab situation, but was more of a I'm a big star in Hollywood and I could do as many crimes as I want thing, and then went to prison. But the thing that people didn't see behind the scenes was that Orca was covering for an even bigger crime that had been going on at the time, so that all the various investigative entities would be busy trying to get the PR scoop rather than looking too deeply into what was actually going on. They are very good at charming people. They are have heavy bad boy energy. Very the messy bad boy Hollywood star.
Excellent.
and I think has like actual very obvious when worn out, but has like black and white, almost like badger stripe hair. That's their like their go-to style, their signature style. Very charming. Also pretty good at driving. There was a horrible like car chase as part of their big like meltdown moment many years ago. And I think went to prison in their early 20s and is now maybe like early 30s. Like did a decent amount of time away for various misdemeanors and has now come back. But
Awesome.
yeah, that's their vibe. At least that's the vibe that everyone knows.
That's right. Emma, you ready to introduce Eleanor, or do we hop to Brick next?
We can go to me.
Okay.
So it sounds like both of you were in prison for some amount of time then.
Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like we were probably a crew, and then a job went down, and then you two went to prison, but I somehow managed to stay out of it. So I'm going to say that I ended up marrying one of the police officers or detectives or something.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, so like, but that didn't happen until a couple of years after.
Yeah. Some time passed.
Incredible.
We connected and got together, and now like am settled down with a family. And Orca comes over and hangs out once a month, babysits once a month. Can I answer that already?
We'll answer the connection questions at the
All
end.
right.
Yeah.
I think that that Eleanor has a couple of kids and is kept pretty busy by like the mom and wife life, but does occasionally yearn when she's going through a big box store and sees all of the unprotected makeup out on the shelf. She can't help but think to herself, that would be really easy to just throw in my bag and walk out of here with. I don't even think that the things at the doors would go off.
Excellent. That's Eleanor. Brick, introduce Sue, if you might introduce Brick to us.
Okay, Brick was part of that heist that went down, but she managed to escape, but they got her for insider trading, Martha Stewart style.
Nice.
She has been working in corporate America for such a long time, but got her kicks doing heists and what have you until they finally got her for insider trading. She has lots of tattoos. She's quite built as well, about 6'2". Quite tough. No friends or family other than the crew. She doesn't like to make too many connections, but she knows a lot of people. She knows a lot of people.
Would you
love that?
I love that.
Then with that now being established, we're ready to answer our connection questions. And it sounds like you already had something in mind for yours. You want to read off what your settled down connection question is?
It's which of your crew comes over to babysit once a month? Am I the one answering, or does somebody else pick up?
It's collaborative.
Okay.
It's collaborative. I think that totally. I would totally be happy to come babysit once a month. I think
Uncle Orca gets some time with the nephews.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm sure that you're really great at reading the bedtime stories and stuff.
I am really good at putting car seats in cars and taking them on semi excursions. Hell yeah. And that's true. Also very good at reading the bedtime stories.
Perfect. Let's do Bricks next. What's your connection question or career stage?
My career stage is parole. Where are we? Career stage. It was a long drive to be from the cell block to civilization, which is your crew was there to give you a lift when you could finally taste freedom. What did they bring to you to celebrate the occasion? Who was picking me up?
I think I was because I was the driver, but if we think that still fits.
Yep,
Yeah,
that still fits. Okay, so Orca's picking me up,
Yep.
and he's bringing me a Big Mac.
Yes, great.
Gotta get that burger life. Orca, how about you? What's your connection question?
So my connection question is being notorious is because I have a very polarizing reputation. But which of your crew knows the real you, the one behind who everyone thinks that you are? And see, now I'm fighting against my instinct to level this out, but I do kind of like the idea that Brick knows, because Brick seems to be very locked in on the criminal world, that maybe when Orca had their big blow up, Brick tried to kind of be like, hey, you don't have to do this, we can get out of this situation and it'll probably still be fine. And Orca was still like, yeah, but if I do this, we know that it'll be fine. And so like knows that thing happened because Orca was trying to keep a lot of people out of this firing line. Even though they took a huge dive for it and would never be like, yeah, I was the big hero. They would be very like, fuck everyone.
Well, perfect. Everyone at home, all of our Twitch chatters, please welcome to the crew Brick, Eleanor, and Orca. They have been added. This is our crew for the heist today. Before we start introducing them formally as part of the film, we're still our last thing before we move into the. This is still part of the game, but we move into the movie. Which of you is the mastermind for this particular heist?
Sounds like it's probably Orca.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the exact
Oh,
same
Sounds
really?
most central.
Yeah, you're the one picking Brick up from prison. You're the one that comes over.
This is true.
You're the one who's
Okay,
kept the,
sure. Yeah,
the crew alive a little bit.
That's okay.
Yeah, I was literally going to say, I think it's Orca. Yeah.
The main mechanical difference there, there's going to be, of course, narrative ones as you're the mastermind. But the main one is, let's open up. I'll again direct you to your guide. There's a section in here called Collecting the Crew. We're moving into shortly into Act 1 of the film. I'm going to invite you to take a look. There's two sections in here. One is for prompts for your masterminds collecting the crew scene. And then there's ones for the collecting the crew scenes for everyone else. There's lots of options here. Take a tool through, see if anything speaks to you. Meanwhile, I'm going to introduce the film. I'm going to narrate the introductory seed of the movie before we start introducing the crew more formally. After I've read off this scene, if we need a little bit of time, we can vamp for the audience for a bit while you all select your prompts. But without further ado, I'm going to introduce the movie to everyone. I'm going to open it. Let me pull it open. There it is. The movie begins with the camera up close. The voices of shouting reporters are overlapping while flashbulbs pop like fireworks to snap photos of a white-haired Englishman behind a podium. We briefly pull out to a wider shot, revealing the location of this hubbub to be the iconic front stairs and columns of the British Museum. Twin banners advertising the upcoming special exhibits flank the man at the microphone, Sir Harry Pilford, as a small white tinted nameplate on the podium helpfully indicates. He taps the pen mic in front of him and quiets the crowd. I assure you that no one in this country gives the preservation and security of the artifacts in Her Majesty's Museum the same dire focus as I. In years prior, there have been lapses in our protocols, but I have made excellent all that was inadequate. Our physical security, item tracking, and hiring policies all completely overhauled. His speech continues, but the audio and our camera slowly begins to shift focus, gradually zooming in over his shoulder to a figure standing next to one of the columns in the back of the shot, an onlooker. we catch one last statement clearly from Sir Harry Pilford at the podium. The British Museum is not a building, it is a home. And not one of the 8 million objects under her careful care will ever leave their home again. We finally cut to a close-up of the face of the onlooker, our heist's mastermind, Orca, as the corners of their mouth twitch up in a brief smile. We cut to black, title card in the middle, all according to plan, the Serpentine Fork. And from there...
Theme music.
Yeah. Music plays as we enter the first scene. From there, we cut to our first of our collecting the crew scenes. So we've had a little bit of time to look. Do we have anything in mind yet? Would anything pop out and speak to us?
Wait, hang on
or do we need a little more
something.
time? Okay.
I got one.
You got one? Ruby, how about you for Orca?
I think I know, yeah. Because I'm picking from the mastermind scenes, right?
Yes, you are.
Yeah,
You're the mastermind.
I think I've got what, yeah.
And then when you have your mastermind and one in mind, I'll say you're welcome to go either first or last for these scenes, depending on where you think that would best bookend.
Gotcha. I think last.
Okay. Excellent.
When it comes to these like scenes, obviously we're in like collaboratively storytelling with other folks in the team as well. Like how much, when it comes to playing all according to plan, how much of the story that you're telling together is purely on the table, or how much of it should you be like, hey, I'm setting up for this plot twist later on?
So this game is very writer's room. So I would say above table stuff is extremely encouraged. Like this, the game is carved from Brindlewood in that it inherits from a lot of design influence from Brindlewood Bay, The Between, Silk vs. RPG, etc. That all are part of that mantle. And one of the things that I've heard Jason Cordova, the author of both Brindlewood Bay and The Between, especially say about The Between is like, you only hurt yourself if you don't say things above table. Because like everyone, like there's a divide between what the characters know and what the players know. And the players get to know pretty much everything. The exception in that one being some of the backstory stuff is behind certain questions that you don't talk about, but everything else is like totally fair game. And so we're going to be collaboratively building towards the ending as well. So like anytime you have ideas along the way, feel free to drop them. This is one thing I will say now, because we're already starting to think forward a little bit. Usually people don't start doing that till we get to Act 2. But this is a game where we're going to have a heist, and we're going to talk about planning for the heist in like the abstract, and we're going to have scenes maybe where some planning is happening, but no plan will be made. The heist is going to happen and kind of grow organically out of all the things we do. So don't worry too much. Don't worry too much. It'll all come together. It's all going to be according to plan. Yeah.
We need a graphic zinger every time.
All right. Well, if Ruby, for Orca, we're going to do the mastermind scene last, then and Emma, you had to pop out for a sec. So let's go with Sue first for Brick. Read off your prompt and then give us your scene.
Okay. So Brick is waiting by the side of the road outside the prison, waiting for Orca to pick her up. My prompt is, I initially don't want to even hear about the score, but something about this job in particular changes my mind. What is it?
Yeah. So this is something you can kind of talk about and establish, or if you want Ruby to work on the scene with you, always welcome to do so.
Up to Ruby. I'm happy to do either.
Yeah. Hey, look, people that have watched me play RPGs before know that my brain will jump from the beginning to the end of the story almost instantly. I have an idea for the real reason that we're fucking with Sir Harry in particular is not anything to do with the fact that he's the curator of the museum is that he stiffed his tattoo artist that gave him the tramp stamp. And so I think maybe if Brick is also a person that has a ton of a bunch of tats, maybe they were also like a customer of this incredible tattoo artist.
Yep.
Do we all have?
I'm down for that.
You all have a matching tattoo.
Do we have a
from
matching
this artist.
tattoo?
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
This is turning into the plot for what Ocean's 13, is it? Where like
they're all helping out the one.
Our friend gets hurt by this guy, and now we're like, fuck that guy. We're gonna steal all his money just to get back at him for fucking over our friend.
Fuck that one dude in particular.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're telling Brick that it's the tattoo artist who got stiffed, then she's gonna be like, son of a bitch, I'm in.
So
hell yeah.
We get the two of you talking, and like we kind of like see from a distance, you know, Brick is constantly like, no, like I can't do this, no. And then like we cut to Orca saying like it's for them, and it's like, son of a bitch, I'm in.
I'm also picturing it as like if we've got like a real fancy tattoo, and for most of the movie people are like, oh, they lost someone, and it's like, no, it's for the tattoo artist.
Excellent.
Perfect.
We got to name this tattoo artist.
We'll do it later, I'm sure.
Right.
It'll happen. We don't have to hash out everything now. Eleanor, what's your scene? What you doing? How are you collected?
You are surrounded by a non-criminal local community that loves and relies on you. What subtle detail in the scene betrays your motivations for joining the heist? So I'm imagining that I am helping out at my local food kitchen. Maybe the kids are old enough at this point that they're helping out a little bit too. They'd still be pretty young, but you know, get them started in charity work early. And we're going around doing that, and like the two of you probably walk in together, get in line. I'm like serving up like the out of the cafeteria, and I just see the two of you.
I think both of our like tattooed hands on either side of a meal tray slide into shot.
You see our matching tattoos on our wrists, on the top of our wrists, like sliding across. Hang on a minute.
I better see you two give to the donation jar.
Yeah.
Always, Ellie. Always. You kidding?
Hell yeah.
As far as
$500 of the tip
background. Oh goodness! I mean, of course, we do have the.
I think
the tattoos.
This might be more the foreground. Okay. I think everybody has like a matching tattoo, or at least it's in the same like spot, right?
Yeah.
Might be slightly different.
So then, like after serving you up, the next scene is like the three of us sitting at one of the tables, picking at whatever we've made, whatever the food kitchen is serving up that day, talking about how our tattoo artist got stiffed. And or more likely just talking about the current exhibit and the heist.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of like gesturing to some of there's like somebody about a pamphlet for it. It's like, can you believe this shit?
Yep.
And like we zoom in on like Sir Harry Pilford's like holding it in one of them, and you can like see the tramp stamp like slightly underneath.
Yeah. I have like a whole Pinterest board. Let me show you.
Yeah. Perfect.
Just running through all the possible PR photos where you catch a glimpse of the tramp stamp.
This feels a little
I'm imagining like a little crown over the queue of Queen.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Incredible.
Or the stamp is of a crown, and God Save the Queen is like emblazoned on it. Both are good. Whatever.
We have to get the
whatever makes it tackiest.
Yeah.
I'd imagine like a Lord Fauntleroy type of curly font.
Yes.
Like maybe Old English, God Save the Queen with a little crown.
Yes. I can't remember what it's called, but the cross, the on the flag that's
the Union, the Union Jack.
Union Jack. Yeah. Thank you. All I could think was the Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, that's right. The Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman's on the UK flag, don't you know?
Imagine going to a tattoo artist. Yeah, I'd like the Union Jack, and they actually tattoo
Hugh Jackman on
Jackman's face.
I mean, how disappointed are you going to be though? Ruby, bring us home. Give us our
Okay.
mastermind scene.
Yeah, I think that after both of these gatherings and clarifying for folks of like, hey, we need to fuck this guy up because he fucked over someone that has been good, has been decent to us. I think that Orca gets kind of back home, and the prompt that I'm gonna go with is like anything would do, but you have an axe to grind against the adversary and you know this heist will hurt them.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a large part of what spurred reaching out to a lot of people. But in the mastermind scene, Orca gets home, has like a stupid pinboard of like all the random paparazzi shots of this guy and like terrible shots of the tattoo. And I think that Orca is really obviously like kind of antsy, kind of eager to get going. And as much as this is a good justification for doing a heist and that they do care about, he is taking any opportunity to get back into that same like adrenaline rush that being part of the first one gave him, and is trying his best to do it for a good reason. But any reason would have gotten him on board with some bullshit like this. Yeah.
I think the final bridge scene in between this and our next scene, which is our hideout scene, there's a shot of Sir Harry Pilford in his office. He's got just all sorts of like little miniatures of stuff from the museum on his desk as little knickknacks. He's got an ancient like CRT monitor computer at his desk. He likes to go old school. He's got like one of those big wide tan keyboards with like 3 num clusters. And he's also got.
Can we also say he has a Eiffel Tower pencil sharpener?
Yes. Oh yes, he does. Ooh, that's layered.
Incredible.
Yeah, we start this shot with him sharpening his pencil in the Eiffel Tower. We hear it like it's an otherwise diegetic shot. Like we don't have any music or anything playing. It's just the sound of the pencil sharpener and him pulling it out, kind of inspecting the tip, putting it back in a few more times.
Oh, it's electric. I was imagining manual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got to grab the top and turn it.
You know?
Just got to grab the top and turn it.
Yeah. Oh boy. So after sharpening his rod, he puts his pencil back down on the table.
Some sexual themes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so tell me if this is too outlandish, right? So what I want from this scene is this is where we get the real above the table chat. What I want from the scene is to lean on the fact, because like part of your prompt was like this will hurt him, right? I think like this exhibit needs to go off without a hitch, and especially he's, as he did in his talk at the start, we've put in all these new precautions in the museum to like deal with threats to the artifacts inside, and so to have like all of this money be spent and have somebody still steal something would be like devastating, right?
Yeah.
And so
especially something that's so prominently featured on a lot of the stuff for this exhibit.
So my pitch, tell me if this is too off base. My pitch is he's got like next to all this other stuff, he's got a little circle thing on his desk, a little mount of some kind, and he like presses a button on it, and we see like you know, like the holocron of the emperor who's like, "Don't fail me again," sort of vibes. Only it's the queen. News alert, she's not dead. She's actually manipulating everything from the shadows, and she's like, "Don't fail me again, Harry." And she's like, "Of course, madam, of course."
You're building in a national conspiracy.
Look, no, here's what I'll say. Here's how we save this, David, right?
Yeah.
Here's how we stop it from being too much.
Okay, yeah.
This is absolutely a real thing he has on his disc, but it is just a recording of the Queen, and he's lost it a little bit.
Okay. So this is just him with a recording of the Queen because he wants to feel chastised by her.
Yes,
and it's not weird, and it's definitely not a sex thing. Perfect.
No.
I mean, it is weird, but
you're right,
and possibly not a sex thing. But
it is possibly not a sex thing. The fact that he happens to call somebody to meet with immediately after this happens.
Who's to say?
But it's one of those things like those greeting cards that you open, so you push it and it says the same thing over, like a
I
hologram
love that.
appears.
Yeah.
Help
And he
me,
just
Harry.
goes,
You are my
yeah.
only hope.
He's opening this card. Okay, so truly, this isn't like a threat to his life or business. No, he will just be emotionally destroyed
Yeah.
if this happens. Perfect.
Well,
All right.
I will also say, like, I think it absolutely could threaten his job in the sense that this artifact getting as much PR as a heist would afford it might make people be like, oh, and actually they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about when they were putting this together.
I mean, we've also got him having this scandal, so whoever is his boss, if there is his boss, maybe like a board of directors or whatever, that if this does not go off without a hitch, they will replace him, and there's already someone waiting in the wings to take over his job. And that is
I love that.
Perfect. I'm gonna put on my director's hat and keep us moving because we gotta
because we will have too much fun.
we are we're chewing our fat
in
here.
that scene. There should be though the ingenue person who could potentially take over his job comes in, and we see a tiny interaction between them that's very tense.
Yes.
And then from there, we move to the impending doom facing Sir Harry Pilford. We move to us planning in our hideout. So we've got 3 options for hideouts here. We have one called the terrace, we have the flat, and we have the truck. The main difference between these, each of these are going to kind of start to steer our narrative in a particular direction. As a result of the terrace, we're going to have a new piece of equipment that is going to be critical to the heist. In the case of the flat, we're going to have a person who is unwittingly going to be part of our heist. And in the case of the truck, we're going to have a business that's going to be part of our heist. Specifically, we are operating a fish and chips truck. Which of these 3 hideout options would you prefer?
I'm tempted to suggest the flat, because then we can have someone's flatmate Craig be a part of it.
Yeah,
for sure. I mean, yeah, I think if we have because also as a silver screen person, I'm supposed to be like rehearsing for a role as job description. So we could absolutely have it be like whatever apartment they've rented for Orca while they're filming in London, maybe.
Perfect.
Excellent.
This is we picked the flat. Let me give you the deets. So the flat. It's a generous corner studio flat on a high rise on the Thames with a view of the British Museum. It is bright with floor-to-ceiling glass windows and a long wooden bar-height dining table, perfect for maps and charts. Our paint the scene question: this flat has an owner, and it is not any of you. Our question is, what is their relationship to your crew, and why do they not care about or are not even aware of your heist planning? We're going to write down their name as our first pledge.
All right, well, their name has already been said. It is Craig.
It is Craig. All right.
Craig the landlord?
Sorry, we're in London. It's Craig.
You're right, it's Craig.
Craig.
C-R-E-G-G.
Wait, sorry?
C-R-E-G-G.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not how I normally think of that name.
His mother wanted to be creative.
Craigery, Craig for short.
Craig. Oh, we are gonna jotting that down. Gregory.
All these Hollywood types.
Craig. Okay. Cool. Love that for us. Over here.
Wonderful.
Okay. So we've got Craig, and then our scene prompt. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to narrate a little scene, like our camera is like whizzing around this space and seeing different things that are going on in here. And meanwhile, while I'm going to point to each of you, I'm going to have you answer this prompt and tell me more about your activity in this scene. But I'm also going to be interspersing some fun little details that you're welcome to use or not use during the heist preparation and planning. They're just extra information to add some extra color to this particular heist. But the prompt that each of you are going to have, you're all going to have the same one, is what corner for yourself have you carved out of this space, and how have you made it your own? So, like, what little space have you made in this apartment, in this flat? Also, somebody, let's say for Craig, what's a rough age for Gregory? Is he like
65?
65?
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay, I know how to start the scene then.
Cool.
So our camera starts following over the shoulder of Gregory, Craig as he is known, as he's got thin, wispy white hair kind of curling from his scalp. I think he had a beard, but he shaved it off recently, but it's starting to grow back. He does have just the most glorious mustache, like positively incredible. Whatever like evokes the most majesty in you, that's like the style it is. And as he's like slowly walking, I think he has a cane. He's like slowly walking up towards this high-rise building. We see him pull out like the most legit looking key card and like put it up to the door and then like enter a and it opens. He enters, and now we see like everybody as soon as Craig enters, like Gregory, sir, Gregory, as he like slowly walks his way. Somebody like takes his cane, offers them his arm, and like walks him to the elevator. We pop open the elevator doors. He goes inside. They hand him back his cane. Once again, he taps his card, boop, 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 boop. And we see we're going up to one of the upper flats here at the building. Our elevator we see climb in the background to glass doors. We see I-beams pass. We look out the window. Slowly we're getting an increasingly high beautiful view of the Thames and of the city. I think we see deep in the background, there it is, the British Museum. And as we arrive at the floor, ding, the doors open. There's a small hallway before we see Gregory. He knocks at a door. It's a beautiful oak door. It's got a little hole for you to see out of it. And he knocks on the door and he opens it up. Which one of you answers for Gregory?
I think probably me.
Yeah,
I
Orca
think-
makes sense.
yeah.
And Gregory, as Orca, as you open the door, he like kind of harumps and then like reaches into his pocket and hands you an envelope and says, "You're late on rent again."
Oh shit, dude! I am so sorry. Yeah. How much do I owe
I don't know how much a high rise on the Thames is. I think
He gives you a number.
yeah,
you? Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I think Orca just pulls like 2,000 pounds out of their pocket. Like, hell yeah, man. I apologize. By all means, by the way, I'm making breakfast. Did you want anything?
And he kind of like takes the money, kind of flicks it through his fingers, counts it for a sec. Yeah, okay. And he just walks into the apartment with you, Orca. We'll have you answer first for us. How is Orca, like, what have they changed that's made this space their own in some way?
Yeah, I think Orca is like that kind of hint to the things that they actually value. Orca has commandeered the kitchen. Really likes cooking for people when they're over and getting drinks and all that kind of thing. It's still a mess, but the food that comes out of it is great.
Excellent.
Also, I think for the record, I think Orca is a vegan, and so they are very invested in getting people to try new stuff.
I
so
love
the mo-
that.
So there's the usual stuff that would have been in the apartment, and now and there's also like state of the art cutler, like knife set, fancy frying pans, like a full espresso machine rather than like a capsule thing. There's crazy fancy stuff going on. Something sous videing in the corner at the moment, unclear what it is.
I
That's
think
probably
as
for dinner tomorrow.
Gregory takes a seat at the long table, we see Orca go over and start making him a coffee from the nice, like, this is like not even like one of those like little single shot espresso machines. This has like 4 bays. This is like a full barista grade, like you might have at a proper cafe. And Orca's working it like they know how it operates.
And I know Gregory's order every time. I've done this many times.
I feel like Gregory's just a flat white sort of guy, you know?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You're working on the coffee, and he grabs, there's a bunch of documents on this table, but he pulls off the top, there's a newspaper that he begins flipping through. This is not a current newspaper. This is a newspaper from about a year ago, where it was made public that over 2,000 items had been stolen from the British Museum over the course of the last several years. This then is what prompted Sir Harry Pilford to make his declaration about reevaluating the physical security, item tracking, and hiring policies, because a lot of those actually were due to insider threats. people who were taking things from the museum.
If I'm wrong about this, tell me, but I feel like we included
this is a true fact about the British Museum from a few years ago.
Wild. Over how much time?
Part of our fiction. Over 2,000 items.
But over how long?
I think it was like 5 or 6 years. It wasn't that long. It wasn't like decades.
Wow.
I really hope that they were people, like indigenous people, stealing it back from.
I really hope so too.
You can only wish, but it's probably just people profiting.
Probably more British.
But who's to say? Who's to say?
It's wild.
But hey, they haven't been found yet. So,
it's true.
Speaking of haven't been found yet, let's pivot over. Eleanor.
Yeah.
How have you sort of made this space?
So Orca's making this coffee for Craig, and as it finishes, I actually grab it off of the espresso machine. I'm on the phone. No. Robin gets the vitamins, and Ash needs the milk. You know, the special milk that we get. Yeah, that's the one. I don't know exactly when I'm going to be home, okay? It's an emergency. It's an emergency situation. I will be home when I can. Don't forget about the bike repair that we have. All right. No, I'm not doing anything illegal. All right. Love you, honey. Bye.
You hang up, take a sip of the coffee.
Take a sip of the coffee. I don't think this one was for me. There's a sunroom that's like off of one of the guest bedrooms in this flat that's genuinely just too big for one person. And I have like papered over basically all of the windows. And that has become the electronics room.
Hell yeah.
And there's just like, you've heard of like a double monitor. You've heard of maybe even a triple monitor. We've got like an octo monitor situation. There's, it's a wall.
We have the power wall covered in TVs.
There are 3 keyboards that we can see, and at least 2 large towers, 2 CPUs.
Perfect. I think playing on one of the TVs currently, there is some kind of discussion documentary about the British Museum that's actively playing. And in that, we hear this announcer woman. She's gesturing at like a beautiful open section of the museum. There's glorious high glass ceilings. You can kind of see hallways leading to all the artifacts. And then it's like a match cut instead with a large glass window looking into a room full of archivists. As she says, of course, you know that 99% of what the British Museum owns isn't actually on display, as she gestures to all these people who are handling these different things. It's one of her other little details. Let's see, Sue, how's Brick doing in this space?
Brick has, because it's a studio, there's not that many rooms. So Brick has commandeered part of the living room. She's put a beanbag chair on the floor, and that's what she's currently sleeping on. There's a sheet, like a paisley pattern sheet, hanging from the ceiling to like give some privacy, but you can see her legs sticking out. There's a lava lamp that's on in the corner, for ambiance. And so at the moment she's leaned back in the beanbag chair snoring, and then suddenly she snorts herself awake. And as the next shot of coffee is being poured, she goes up, takes the cup before anyone else can, and shoots it back like a shot.
Excellent.
Stop making Craig's 3rd cup of coffee.
Yep. Orca starts working on cup number 3. As you're working on that, I think we see Craig, who's been looking around, watching all this happen, kind of like flips to another page. And it's a follow-up to that same article that he was reading before. And this one we catch that it talks about how the museum is hiring treasure hunters, honest to God treasure hunters, to go after museum artifacts that have been lost over the last few years. And he's perusing this article, and I think as the scene comes to a close, he kind of folds it up, sets it down on the table, and was like, what's a guy gonna do to get service here?
At that moment, I come back with the coffee, and I'm like, I don't think this one was for me. Just set it down.
And he takes it. One question I do have to follow up on that. We can leave it vague now, or we can iron it out. Does Craig know what's going on? Or
No.
does Craig just like think you all are just having a time here?
Craig thinks that I've hired these people as in-depth research for the spy movie that I'm here shooting.
Oh, excellent.
And that this is all like part of getting used to the props and bringing in experts that are these are all like the extras that I'm going to have to be doing scenes with. So don't worry about it. They just hang out sometimes.
Well, that is our scene as we all work at the hideout together and begin preparing things for the heist. From here, I'm going to introduce Act 2.
Ooh, spooky.
So one thing I need to formally mention, I kind of alluded to this earlier, we'll be planning and preparing for the heist during this phase, but like very critically, we will not like actually put a plan together. The structure of the game ensures that no matter the nonsense we get up to during this phase, it will turn into a cohesive heist in Act 3.
Yeah.
At no point will we actually sit down and create a plan. It's emergent. It's going to kind of develop over time. Figuring out how the heist actually happens is part of the fun.
Heist to find out.
Heist to find out. Yeah, play to find out. Heist to find out. We've already done the hideout scene. Technically, that's part of Act 2. I forgot.
That's fine.
So we move on to preparing the heist. This is a good start. Preparation scenes. So, like the collecting the crew scenes in Act 1, each of you will control one, or in this case, or more, scenes during this phase. The purpose of these scenes is to set up the action, conflict, and payoff of the heist. Because we don't explicitly plan for any of that, there are a few mechanics that the game employs here to help the climax emerge organically during this next act. The first mechanic is the pledge. Pledges are details that we're going to highlight to recur later in the narrative. We use pledges either to overcome a setback, if setbacks happen during the heist, which if they will, or during the twist at the end of the game. So an example of this, for those of you who are familiar with Ocean's 11, listen to this part. For those of you who aren't familiar and don't want a part of the movie spoiled for you, I don't know, plug your ears or something. But there's a bit in the film where we see while they're preparing for the heist, we like have a shot where we're looking at some of the members who are doing something. I can't remember exactly. But this shot comes from inside of a vehicle where we see a little tree-shaped air refreshener. And we don't think much of it at the time. This is what we would consider in our game a pledge. We're saying, hey, this detail matters, and it's going to come back later. I don't know why yet, but it's going to come back later. Then, towards the very end of the film, it turns out that like the SWAT team that goes to break up the theft inside of the vault is actually our thieves, and that we staged a fake vault somewhere else and fed video and stuff, and that the actual thieves are the SWAT team. And as we move to drive away, we see that we have that same view from inside the car. We see the little air freshener, and we realize that our SWAT vehicles were actually like prepared much earlier in the movie, right? And they fed back into the heist as we reach the climax. So that's an example of a pledge and then how it's paid off later during the twist. Another way that pledges can be used is to like overcome a specific obstacle, overcome a setback during the heist. An example of this is in Ocean's 12, I think it is. One of our rival characters, the Fox, he is seen like practicing this weird like capoeira style like dance thing earlier in the film. And we don't know like why he's doing this, except that he's like, I don't know, just kind of like a Chad. And it's like, sure, yeah, of course the Fox just like does this in his free time, whatever. But we spend enough time with it that we know that like it matters, but we don't know how it matters. And then much later in the film, it's shown that there's a part of getting to this particular artifact that they're trying to steal where there's a bunch of like sweeping lasers going around the room. And this dance that he's practiced is like perfect to get you through that room. And so like that's why he was practicing that, right? So that's an example of a pledge being used to overcome a setback. So we're going to be making pledges during this act, provided we earn them by using our modus operandi, or I will also direct you to, there's in your guides, there's a moves section towards the very bottom. These are pretty much entirely used during Act 2, and then the twist is used during Act 3. But the other way to earn pledges is to prove your bonds. In your guides, there's a section for bond prompts or bond questions, I think they are in this draft, where if you aren't using your modus operandi for a particular scene, you could instead earn a pledge by proving your bonds with your crew. And so there are some questions you can answer yes to, and if you are able to do that from your scene, then you earn a pledge from that instead. And for all of the pledges, these are just details like you just get to like pick it out of the scene if you earned a pledge for it. And then we'll have to include it later in the game. And that's how the game works. Any questions about pledges before I talk about vulnerabilities? No, cool. So the other thing guiding Act 2 and by extension Act 3 of the game are vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities are weaknesses or opportunities related to the heist that we will pick during our preparation scenes, and then we're going to use these during Act 3 to build the montage of the heist. We're going to have to collect at least one vulnerability for every heist objective. There are 4 objectives for this particular heist. You don't need to know what those are yet. You just need to know that they exist. And that means we need to collect at least 4 vulnerabilities during this phase. So our vulnerabilities are here. They are our red cards here.
Love that.
And if you click on one and then press F, it'll flip it over for you to read. If you press and hold spacebar, you can look at it and read it a little bit more closely. These are different angles, different opportunities that you have that you can explore during the preparation phase to get ready for the heist. These are different vulnerabilities that exist that could be exploited by our heist and therefore are things that we could prepare for. For an example, I will look at the benefactor banquet here. So if you choose this one, then the day before the exhibit begins, there will be a dinner party full of the wealthy and insufferable. During the preparations phase, you will narrate a scene or sequence of scenes, creating an opportunity for you and or the heist crew to attend the banquet. The banquet will then become the window for the heist. And there are also some examples of pitches for these. You could gain employment staffing the event, you could replace an invited guest, or you could earn an invite as a guest speaker. These are all the sorts of things that you could do during the preparation phase that would then naturally bleed into this during the heist. So you've got 12 options here for you to peruse. Somebody's moving shit around. And you're welcome to take a look at these. This is where we're going to take a little 10-minute break. This is an opportunity for our audience to go stretch the legs, fill up your own waters. And it's an opportunity for our heist crew to do the same and also to look over these and consider their options. So each of you we'll need at least 4 of these. And I do stress, you don't want to go too ham on picking vulnerabilities during this phase because some of them will like start to make things really complicated when they interact. So there's such a thing as too many. But think about that, explore your options. We'll be back in 10 minutes. See you soon. All right, everyone. Welcome back to All According to Plan, back from our halftime break. We have been having a chat here. I'll tell you what. The thing that I have to highlight, because the audience has to hear this, is Ruby talking about how every time I mentioned that he has a punchable, that Sir Harry Pilford has a punchable face, Ruby asked the very pertinent question of, does he want to get punched in the face? And I don't have an answer for that yet, but maybe. I'm Babe Ruth picking my shot. Maybe we'll have an answer to that before the end of this heist today.
These are the spaces we leave open in the narrative to discover as part of the gameplay.
Yes, indeed. Well, let's go back to our board. We've been hard at work. We've been picking apart our collection of vulnerabilities. Does anybody already have a really strong idea for a scene? So during this phase here, let me double check my thing, my script I'm supposed to be reading. We already explained vulnerabilities, yada yada yada. We take a break, and then this section of the game is quite free flowing. As you have ideas for scenes, we do them. My main job as the director here is just kind of to offer advice or information, and to keep us on track, because we can absolutely spend the whole game doing just this, all of our time, because it's very fun. I'm gonna put 40 minutes on the clock for this section, and if we go much over that, we are going to start causing problems for ourselves.
Yeah.
So
can you just clarify, in terms of for 4 vulnerabilities?
Yes.
Are these things that we are dealing with when we're picking them? Are we picking for, like, my character is going to deal with this vulnerability, or are we just picking them for the group?
So if you're picking one, each of you will own at least one scene during this part, and in pursuit of that scene, you will angle for a vulnerability. So these are mostly you all picking them. Just make sure as a group you don't get. You need at least 4. Don't go much past that, because if you get past 6, you're going to start causing issues. Also, who took one of the ones for this? This is for Act 3. Don't.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I got confused.
Around down here.
That's okay.
Yeah. Don't worry about these yet. We're not there yet. Okay. We're in Act 2.
I was trying to work out where the vulnerabilities were, but I think I did it.
Sorry, Twitch, if you're hearing awkward things from my mic right now. My dog has laid on the XLR cable, and he is trying to desperately pull it away. Cora, I need you to go somewhere else, baby.
No, she's not going anywhere else.
I need you to go somewhere else. You can't lay exactly in that spot. That one spot is a bad spot for you to hang out at. Can you go over here? Go over here?
David, you know better. She was raised by cats. She knows exactly how to stay in exactly the wrong spot.
It's true. Oh my god. I can't remember if she's in frame right now, but we've got a snoot right here.
That's the dog snoot.
All right, Cora, Kiko.
Cora, come here.
Thank you, baby.
No.
Okay. She has finally untangled herself from the cable. Thank you. All right. So with all of that being ironed out, so the point of these scenes is for us to just do things. Don't think too much about like the impact these will have yet. As you can already partly tell from the vulnerabilities themselves, they do seem to be putting a pin in stuff that will then kind of naturally translate into stuff for the heist. So as long as you're kind of following along with those prompts, you should be just fine. The other thing I'll say is so I'm calling for scenes here. Once one of you puts your hands up, and we'll pick your scene and we'll go for it. The thing I'm gonna say is you're gonna read off your prompt, like which one you're doing, like what the title of it is, what it is, and what the question is, or what the prompt is. And then we're going to roll this dice. We're gonna give it a spin. And if it's an odd, we're gonna call that it's heads or tails. If it's odd, you will earn a trouble during that scene. And if it's even, you won't. Troubles are very simple. There's a little list here. This is very similar to for Monster of the Week, if you're familiar with Use Magic, where sometimes things go wrong, right? And you get to pick what exactly goes wrong if there's a glitch. This is similar to that. During your scene, one of these things happens, and you just have to make sure you include that as you go through the scene. Our options for troubles are someone on your crew watches as you do or say something personally embarrassing. You leave behind something or leave something out of place. You can't help but take something extra. You or another member of the crew get hurt, or someone knows you aren't who you say you are. So those are your options for troubles. You get to pick which they are if you get a trouble by random chance. And don't worry too much. Troubles don't immediately stop the heist or anything like that. They don't present a significant obstacle. They're just something that goes a little bit wrong for you. So keep that in mind. And with that, does anybody have a first scene pitch they want to go for?
I have a quick question because I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
So in my modus operandi? Yeah, in my modus operandi, I have the bit at the top that I always have the unmarked condition cats in the cradle.
Mm-hmm.
The keeper can use this condition to create setbacks against you based on your ties to your family back home.
Conditions don't exist in this
conditions
draft,
don't exist anymore.
We need to update that.
Okay. Is there...
So I guess you would have an additional trouble that is always what your trouble is, which is your family becomes involved in some way. We would have a better question for that, but you gain a different trouble option instead.
Okay. Just want to make that.
Yep.
Yikes.
Nope, that is outdated materials that slipped in.
I can think of at least one way that I could see that happening.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So yeah, think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, who's our first scene? Who wants to go?
I got one.
You had one.
I got one. So one of the vulnerability that I have selected, given that Orca has some driving skills, is the getaway car. I feel secure, some form of getting out of the area. So for that, the description on it reads, some things are a classic for a reason. Often the fastest way away is on four wheels and familiar streets. So I have to narrate a scene or sequence of scenes securing a special pass to park in a convenient place.
Yeah.
And I think the way that Orca is planning on doing that is by going and talking to the set logistics team for the Bond movie that he's going to be in to try and get their placards for hey, don't come down this street, we're filming.
That's excellent.
Able to put those next to the museum.
Let's go ahead and no trouble. So tell us the scene. Give us it. What happens?
Sick. Awesome. Yeah, I think this is, gosh, do I want to say? Sure, Orca's a bit of a shit. The movie is actively filming right now. So he is really putting problems in the scheduling complex. And so he rocks up to a trailer on set at a different location, on set at Hyde Park or something, to go and talk to the team of people that are doing the street logistics, and rocks up in very casual street clothes, which honestly causes a bit of a kerfuffle with random passersby of this is very obviously a star that is walking down the road, but is trying to kind of use that to the benefit of this scene and maybe if there's enough fuss following behind me, the people that I go and talk to will hurry through stuff so that they don't ask too many questions. And rocks up to the main, similar to when you're moving a house down the street, one of those main big trucks that kind of leads the logistics people around to clear the way for other cars, and goes and talks to whoever has the biggest walkie-talkie to go and get that sorted, because I do not think Orca knows them by name.
I like that.
I love it.
Yeah. And I don't get in trouble from it, right?
Yeah. You don't get in trouble. So that's just we just get that clean scene. No additional pledge or anything, because there wasn't a Bond question, and your modus operandi gives you one just for doing this role. So you are how do you say this?
Syzygy.
Syzygy.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, cool. I love that. We have progress. Who wants to go next? Who's got a scene for us?
Okay, I've got one.
You got one?
Yeah. Okay, so Bridget has to lay the groundwork in order to woo.
Yeah, this
and
one
to
is
woo
Woo
Sir
Sir Harry
Harry.
Pilford.
So she goes to a department store, finds like a nice corporate suit, something tidy, kitten heels, and gets her makeup done, gets her hair done, and then she's going to use her connections to find out where Sir Harry is going to be at this time of day, whether or not he's going to be at the museum or whether he's going to be at like a country club or at his apartment. And then she's going to sort of find herself in his vicinity. And then she's going to try and get his attention. Is this, do I, for this, do I say how I'm going to woo him, or is it just sort of...
Okay, once again, no trouble, so that's good. So literally, you give us this scene. Like, you said that you use your connections to kind of figure out where he's going to be and stuff. Tell us where, where is he going to be? Who? Actually, for Woo Harry Pilford, I kind of love this being, instead of a single scene, being a small sequence of scenes where you do the different steps in this process. So let's actually start then with who do you, this also, we can use this as part of your Well Connected. Who do you know that like knows Harry Pilford's schedule?
She's going to talk to the security guards at the museum first, and if she gets no love there, she's going to try and find people from his circle, like whether or not he has friends who are in certain businesses that I would have access to, or friends who might know, if he has any friends. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Maybe like just a small drive-by, but maybe talk to his friends, or speak to someone who may have had dalliances with him in the past.
See, I like that option. I like that option best. Let's get a name to this lover, this past jilted lover.
Yeah, we're gonna say like not jilted as such, but maybe ghosted.
Ghosted. Ooh, yeah. So let's give a name to this person. Who's the ghosted lover?
We're gonna say Alex.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Sheffield. Oh, Mr. Sheffield.
Yeah. Was that his first name?
No.
Okay.
All right, I've just added a note about that on our general purpose note card. We have Alex.
So what museum did they live? Did they work at?
They work at the Titanic Museum.
Oh no!
Excellent.
A whirlwind romance at the Titanic Museum.
Yeah.
Sir Harry Pilford held them at the top.
Sir Harry Pilford was held.
That's true. They held him. Okay, cool. Alex the ghosted lover at the Titanic Museum. Excellent.
Yeah.
Love it. So
that makes it all the worse that they were ghosted.
Yeah.
And I think the first scene that we had then is Brick going to the Titanic Museum. They're like clipping tickets, getting into the building, and like having this clandestine meeting with one of the curators of the museum, like while standing on this Titanic replica, like as I think it's maybe an animatronics, like as the ship is like tilting back and forth, and then like slides, and there's like big old boxes on pulleys that like pass across frame while we're just like standing here having this chat about Harry Pilford and then what he gets up to. As we exit that scene, I think Alex here is going to give you a detail of where, like, what is the social clubs or the social activity that Harry Pilford's a part of. What do they tell you at the end of the scene?
So I reckon he's part of a gentleman's club. One of those rich people sitting in armchairs drinking brandy at all hours of the night while their wives stay home with the children and their mistresses slip through back doors and windows.
I've got a pitch for the name of this: the Dark Horse Pony Club.
Perfect. So not the
Okay.
Pink
Big Katy
Pony
Perry
Club.
fans.
Yep.
Okay. Dark Horse Pony Club. Perfect.
Cool. All right. We'll cut that scene there. We'll have more
Mhm.
of these because this is definitely going to be one that's a few scenes.
Hell yeah.
Anyone else? Who has our next preparation scene? You ready, Emma?
Yeah, I think so.
What are you thinking?
Well, I picked Control the Network.
Okay.
For obvious reasons.
Mhm. So the card on this one is cameras and sensors, locks and actuators. Security technology is changing and updating all the time. Narrate a scene or sequence of scenes defining and compromising a specific technical overhaul the British Museum recently made to enhance security.
Okay, so we're in my little blacked out sunroom, and I am typing away, as we always see those hackers doing. And we look around at the different monitors, and like we've got like maps of the British Museum up. There's one that is the best guesstimation we have, because of course they want to keep a lot of this information as like behind closed doors as possible, as far as like exactly where cameras are and all of that. So it's our best estimation of where all of that is. They have definitely leaked some stuff they shouldn't, because they've been, lauding especially their technological improvements to the security. And so we see all of that. What we see her actually typing up is like some romantic novel that she's working on. And then there's like just a little like buzz beep over in the corner, and she looks over. Oh, good, done. Pulls out a USB stick that like has a little Union Jack on the body of it. And it's like, yes, perfect. Hey, Brick. That'll be the end of that scene.
Oh, I love it. So it sounds like then. So which will you did double life? So you already have your pledge that way. All right. So I'm just gonna say, because I think it's too interesting not to. I'm gonna make a pledge out of that flash drive. That sounds like a awesome thing to make. Union Jack flash drive. Technically, we didn't earn one, but I'm gonna give one anyways. All right, sweet as. What scene do we want to do next? Either we'll pick up with another vulnerability, or we'll go back to our sequence of scenes for woo Harry Pilford. What do we think?
I would love to pop back to wooing Sir Harry.
Let's do that. What do you think, Sue? Are we in the Dark Horse Pony Club, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to go to the Dark Horse Pony Club.
Excellent.
She is going to go there, and because she's a woman, she might get stopped at the door, because this is a gentleman's club. So I think she's going to know the security guard.
Excellent.
I love that.
Someone that she may have met during prison, or during her time and it would be in and around prison that she would have known this person. Maybe they were a security guard. And
they could be a security guard, but what do you feel about this person was your roommate in prison for a time? Like they are an ex-con.
Yep, done.
Perfect. I love that.
We have a secret handshake.
And I did roll your trouble dice for this scene, and also Emma, we need to roll you a trouble dice.
Oh yeah, we do.
But I rolled your trouble, and you do have a trouble this time, so I need you to pick one from our list. This will be part of the scene.
Okay.
Either someone on your crew watches as you do or say something personally embarrassing, you leave behind something or leave something out of place, you can't help but take something extra, you or another member of the crew get hurt, or someone knows you aren't who you say you are. Think about that for a minute, and then let me know which one you're picking. I'm going to roll for Emma. Emma, you got a 4? You're fine.
Cool.
We can also pick this at the end of the scene, and we can just kind of throw something in if we'd rather.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. You just think.
I mean, I have a pitch unless it's too
I
convenient.
think I'm going to go with something embarrassing.
Okay.
So then, as you're going to woo Harry Pilford at the Dark Horse Pony Club, do you think you've got support from one of your crewmates on like the cameras in the place, the compromised, or are they like in your earpiece, like trying to feed you sick lines? Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the earpiece with the sick lines
Okay.
because of that one episode of Supernatural.
Who's in your earpiece? Is it Orca or is it Eleanor? Eleanor is our techie, but
I think Orca
it's gonna be
refuses
Eleanor.
because Orca thinks that Brick should just be themselves.
Orca refuses to feed the lines, but is on the call listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will do that. I mean, I was literally just writing on a romantic novel, so
This is true.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's true.
Can I choose what the embarrassing thing is? Or
Absolutely.
This is your scene. You get to pick.
Okay. So she forgets that she has the earpiece in, and you hear her humming, and the song is "She's a Brick."
So this is like Brick hyping herself up as she's going through. I love that.
Yes.
Perfect.
And then one of us goes to, I mean, you are mighty, mighty.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, you are mighty, mighty, Brick.
Yeah.
You get out there.
I'm gonna put a pin in that as a potential if we want to have a repeated line.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you are mighty, mighty. Would be a good one. Put a pin in that one.
If we find an opportunity to play that song again, would that also count?
Totally, absolutely.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, bringing it back. Bringing it back. That's all that matters.
Hell yeah.
I love that. Then, so describe for me, what do you do? So, like, I think we find Sir Harry Pilford. It's in like a dark, smoky room. Everybody's smoking cigars. Somebody is playing like an old record in the corner. This is a room for hushed conversations over, delightful bottles of bourbon. Sir Harry Pilford is sitting in here alone because, to your own credit, apparently he has no friends. So he's sitting alone off in the corner, nursing a cigar and a glass of something dark. What's Brick do? What's the angle during this scene? We can be in scene, or we can kind of talk about it more abstractly.
I think she's gonna walk in, but she's not gonna approach him straight away. She's going to get a drink first. And she's going to get like a really big fruity cocktail, like one with like extra foliage in it and chunks of pineapple. She's going to watch him for a bit, and just while she's waiting for a drink, just to eye out what his demeanor is, try and find an in as such. And then once she has her drink, she's going to walk over and just sit in the opposite chair and not say anything at first. She's going to wait for him to like ask her to leave, or for him to say something, and wait for that silence to get just a little bit awkward.
I know exactly what he says.
Yeah, give it to me.
Have you ever been to the British Museum?
Yeah. Sir Harry Pilford's icebreaker is like we have a close up of his glass as he's like. First, once again, we're back to diegetic audio for this scene. So it's just what's going. Like, we hear the crackle of the fire. We hear other people having hushed conversations. But for us, it is like dead silent between these two. We're sitting in chairs opposite each other. We start like an open frame where we can see both of you sitting here saying nothing. And then we like every time there's like any small sound in the scene, we kind of do like a cut to that. So we cut to the fire as like a crackle, a log falls. We cut to like his glass as like the ice cube, like one of them melts a little bit and falls deeper into the glass and clinks against it. Like these small things. I think we've just seen that glass clink, and he just goes, "So, have you ever been to the British Museum?" And we can either carry through some of that scene if you want, or we could cut there. Both would be fantastic.
She's going to say, not for a while. Why do you ask?
I think he kind of sits himself up a little bit straighter. Well, I happen to be its curator. Would you like to take a closer look?
At the museum or at its curator?
Yes. That I was going to say something little bit more filthy, but yes.
Perfect.
She is going to look at his crotch when she says that.
He's going to take like a long sip of the drink, getting us down to ice, and he's going to set it back down and say, both?
Start with one, work along the other.
99% of the good stuff isn't on display.
Yes.
She's going to
Add
say,
that +1.
she's going to say, so you're going to show me the back?
But we'll go in through the front. Eleanor, comms check. How are things going for you on the other end? We grooving on this? We Icken, how's the response?
I'm taking notes for.
Okay.
All going straight into a notepad document.
Huh? What? Rick, you're doing great.
She's going to respond to and say, anything for Queen and Country.
And like you could see a meter going up next to Sir Harry Pilford of like the attraction meter. It like peaks. We've hit the top. Maximum attraction reached.
I think this is a good cut point.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Agreed.
I think it's a great point to cut. I'm seeing if we happen to answer a bond during any of that, so we could just. We did have 2 people in the scene. Let's see.
Technically 3.
Real brief, quick question: is Rick British?
I'm gonna say it's ambiguous.
Great.
Like he has a mid-Atlantic accent.
Oh,
Excellent.
Nice.
Which I can't do.
I'm gonna say this counts. This counts well enough. Did you convince another member of the heist crew to help with something uncomfortable, unsanitary, or generally unpleasant? I think that definitely
this
counts.
is generally unpleasant.
Yep. So is there any detail from the scene that you want to take as a pledge?
Explain the pledge again. Just quick.
Yeah, so this is literally any detail that we want to highlight that we're just saying this is going to come back later in some fashion. We're going to see this detail again and it's going to be changed in some way.
Okay.
Going in the front.
Yeah, going in the front
or the back.
Yep, going in the front or the back. Yeah.
All right. Oh, I have no idea how that's going to happen, but it will. Look, once it's a pledge, we're calling our shot. It's gonna happen.
Absolutely.
Going in the front.
Also, did you put down the brick house as well? Does that count?
Well, so that's not an official pledge, or I guess we could say that's the official pledge.
That would
and we
also
could
work.
say that's
yeah. Let's do that instead.
Okay.
That's funnier.
brick house.
Love it.
I think that's great.
House.
Blah, 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 blah.
Perfect. All right. So we're doing well along that one. Do we have any other vulnerabilities we were going to pursue? We have what? 3 so far? We need at least 4?
So I think
we have
the banquet.
Yeah, I think the 4th one that we had was we wanted to do benefactor banquet.
Perfect.
Which means that
I will also throw in there, just for the record, considering that we've had Orca interact with a couple of different security guards that, like, he knows personally. Unionized security personnel is right there.
Oh, you mean Brick has? Yeah.
You're right, it was Brick. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also true.
Well, here's what I'll say. Let's earmark that. Let's see how long it takes us to get through Benefactor Banquet prep. We got 12 minutes left for this phase before we're going to think about moving on. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So for the Benefactor Banquet, the day before the exhibit begins, there will be a dinner party full of the wealthy and insufferable. And and we have to create an opportunity for you and or your crew to attend the banquet, and the banquet will become the window for the heist. I have an idea for this, which I think is Orca maybe while Brick Eleanor is coaching Brick through wooing Sir Harry. Orca is emailing and or call like social media DMing from a verified account, trying to get in touch with basically as many people as they are able to identify that Sir Harry has been involved in a scandal with, like in the philandering of stuff, who are extremely unlikely to want to go to this event because he's there, and try and ask, like, buy their ticket off them, basically. And be like, hey, I know that you're like your work is gonna ask you to go, and you're probably gonna call in sick anyway, so can I buy your ticket off you?
I love that.
Yeah.
I think we see like a series of like dear sir or madams, and like hey, this is Orca, yes, the real one.
Yeah.
They call her the killer whale, or they call him the killer whale.
Killer whale.
Let's before we get deeper into ironing it out, let's roll. Oh, we do get a trouble this time.
Excellent.
Sick.
So what do you think, Ruby?
I think that for this, I think that the one that makes the most sense to me is that someone knows you aren't who you say you are. So maybe we're able to get tickets that are under, like, we're just getting the tickets off these people that are still under their names. And maybe if Sir Harry ran into us, he would know that we're not who we say we are, because he knows these people like intimately.
Right. A lot of them are going to be like actors or somewhat famous people.
Yeah, or they're going to be like other museum people that like maybe folks have emailed but they haven't met in person. However, Sir Harry absolutely has met these people in person and would be like, you are 2 feet shorter than this guy. What are you talking about?
And that's when you say, I was in a terrible accident. Why are you being so judgmental?
Yeah. But also it gives us a good enough reason to avoid him, because theoretically neither of them would want to talk to each other. But
true.
Brick doesn't get to avoid him.
Created our troubles.
I think Brick's just getting invited by Sir Harry.
Yeah. She's going to be the plus one.
Yeah.
Well, one last question to answer from this scene. Who did we actually get tickets from? We can have specific names, or we could make those up later. But what I do need to know is, did you get, like, is this from a whole faction at another museum that we got tickets from? And so, like, we have enough for everyone? Is this going to be just a you thing as far as being present at the dinner? What do you think?
I think it is specific people, but I think that it is just tickets for myself and Eleanor. I think
we should also get Craig a ticket.
Oh, true. Do we need okay. So we're aiming for 3 tickets. We're whoever
you got 3 tickets originally for Orca, Brick, and Eleanor, and then Brick comes in like, hey, guess who just got invited to the banquet? And you're just
so
we have a plus one, and then like as we say that, Craig is like knocking on the door and is like,
you're late on rent.
No, but Craig comes up and he's carrying like an entire like edible arrangement, and he's like, they had extras downstairs.
Oh my god, we've got extras up here. Do you want to come to a party?
And he looks, where's it at?
It's at the British Museum.
Yeah, okay.
Great.
We are Craig maxing this session, as Vex put in chat. Perfect. Do I add it? I mean, Craig is already a pledge, so I was gonna say, like, do I add Craig to our troubles? He's gonna be there. No. He's
Craig is gonna be a great distraction if we need one.
I have a question for the chat. Chat. While we're carrying on with, we have time for probably one or two more scenes here for this section of the game. Give me. I need 3 names. I need a name. They can either all be from the same museum, or they can be from different museums. But I need 3 aliases that we're going to have eligible for our people during the heist. and we'll look. We may not even use it. We'll see how it comes out. But like, give us some names. Give us some names.
The more international the names and the museums, the better.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
The more extreme. Perfect. So that's
One of them
great.
should be
That
from the
means
Auckland
we
Museum.
have. Let me actually quickly do a tally of the ones we have. So we've got Benefactor Banquet. We've got Woo Sir Harry Pilford. We are thinking about Unionize. We'll get to that in a second. We've got Getaway Car. Let me separate these a little bit because these often end up in a certain order. Walk out of there. Control the network. Cool. Awesome. So, we have 6 minutes. Do we want? We can either do a follow-up scene and see just how far things have gone with Brick and Sir Harry Pilford, or we'll like probably off screen whatever happened there and maybe get some detail from another scene. We'll see. We could either do that, or we could try to unionize. We could unionize security personnel. What are we thinking?
Do we want Harry?
I mean, yeah, I also think that just because we've got a specific time limit, maybe we stick with the 4 vulnerabilities.
That's fair.
We've got.
Make things less complicated during the heist itself. Then bring us home, Sue. Putting on my director hat, what I am thinking for this scene is we have some kind of post intimacy, whatever form you think makes the most sense, like little moment between the two of them, like either night before the dinner or something.
Tea and crumpets.
Yeah, like I don't know, whatever you think is the right entry there. But that's kind of like what I'm imagining. If you have a different vision, share it with me.
So in my head, Brick is not afraid of having sex with anyone.
Yeah.
And she knows this is for a good cause. So she will sleep with him the night before the banquet. Yeah. And in the morning they're having like a silver service breakfast, at his house. Yeah. And so like tea, crumpets, the whole shebang. And she's like, Orca has seen her eat a Big Mac, even though Orca is vegan. She's not delicate when she eats either. So she's double fisting crumpets.
So reading into the previous night's affairs, the crumpets aren't the only things being double fisted. No, I love that. We have this is like a pair scene with when we first had you meet at the Dark Horse Pony Club, where once again we have the same composition, but now we're at like this nice filigreed table with this ornate tea set, crumpets laid out. This is like in the study at his brownstone apartment, and but once again you're just like going at it, and it's just like quiet, and he's just watching you eat these crumpets.
Could we establish a detail that like while they're eating,
please,
he like goes over to a wired computer he has that's like also wired into the British Museum's security or something?
Yep.
I mean, that sounds an awful lot like a pledge.
Is that okay?
Are we earning one this scene? I don't think we are.
I mean, Brick slept with a man.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Twice.
We give pledges away for other reasons here.
Okay.
Yeah. No, plus you already have lots of good details. Don't worry, we've got plenty.
Okay.
Cool. But I think
that's
right.
I
forgot to owe you a setback. So as part of Act 2, there's going to be a setback which interrupts part of the heist.
Excellent.
I think I know what I want to do here, because it relates to Harry Pilford figuring out something that's going on. And so I think after just having this wonderful night with Brick, it's like the following morning. It's the morning. The banquet is later on that day.
Yep.
And as part of the getaway car stuff, right, Ruby, Orca has I think maybe while we're having tea and crumpets, I think we see Orca like on the phone with someone who's like actively setting up the perimeter near the museum where we're going to be fake parking. we're gonna be really parking in a fake shootings location for the
Yeah.
movie. And I think there's a ring on Sir Harry Pilford's cell phone. We see him grab it as Brick is housing these crumpets, and he's on the phone. He's like, "They're doing what? Where? No, I call up the commissioner. We can't permit this happening. Not a day of all days. Not when we have all the guests coming to the banquet tonight. This is an important event sanctioned by Her Majesty, and probably His Majesty too. Yes, yes. Take care of it." And he closes, turns off his phone. So our setback here is the cordon that you're erecting is about to face pushback from like, apparently he's got the ear of the commissioner, so somebody from the police is going to say like, "Hey, you can't do this here. This you needed to have filed these forms in advance." So this is our first setback of the game. I can now introduce, what do we do with setbacks? Well, if you pull open your guides and go to your moves section, you can see there are 2 moves related to setbacks. There's overcome a setback and there is accept a setback. So these are your 2 options. When faced with a setback, you can either overcome a setback, which is where you improvise or adapt to overcome it. Doing so, you pay off a pledge. So basically in this scene, we'll now integrate or provide fresh meaning to one of the pledges that we've already made previously, and use this as a key factor to push past the setback and continue the heist uninterrupted. So the idea with overcome a setback is, while this was a problem, you solve it with one of the pledges and you're able to move forwards. Alternatively, you can accept a setback, which is where you say, "Nope, this happens and it seems like things are going wrong." And that detail, like saying that this happened, now becomes a pledge. And so it's us putting a pin in the fact that the heist seems to be going wrong right now. So those are the 2 options when you encounter a setback. So what do you want to do with this one?
We could overcome it if Brick can convince Harry that it's no big deal.
It's true.
I would also say, if you want to add into that, if we want to use a pledge to overcome it,
if you overcome, you have to integrate a pledge.
Yeah. I mean, as a man who curates treasures of Britain, what greater national treasure do you have than the James Bond franchise? How dare
That's a
you?
really good point.
I thought this was going to cause all kinds of strife for the cultural consciousness of Britain.
Her Majesty was like in a movie.
Yeah, and she allegedly jumped. Stunt double jumped out of a helicopter dressed as the Queen.
Exactly.
No, he won't hear it. It was definitely her.
Oh yeah. I'll convince him that it was her, and that she would be vastly disappointed in him for not letting her beloved franchise film outside the museum.
I think the extra bit we'll add to this scene, I think Brick, once again, we pan and we see that you are wearing an earwig. And so this conversation that's been happening here over tea and stuff has been seen, and you hear Eleanor tell you to like turn on the TV. And you do a click. He's got like one of those little somehow it's still a tube TV, even though those are he's got an ancient one. And you turn it on, and there's like I think Eleanor has like dressed like a news anchor and is talking about like the situation unfolding downtown. The new James Bond movie filming has been interrupted by the curator of the British Museum. And that then allows Brick to bring it up naturally in the conversation, like, "Oh, you did what?" And then unfold from there. I like that. So we've leveraged our pledge of Orca in the new James Bond movie.
Awesome.
I think maybe to add legitimacy, we have like a cut to camera where specifically Eleanor is interviewing Orca about it, and you're just like, "Yeah, can't be helped."
It's really, I mean, look, I'm not from here, but I respect, this country's due process, but like, it sucks, man.
Yeah.
Like...
Perfect. And so
we're already behind on filming, no reason why. And
yeah, exactly. We already have like so many scheduling issues.
Perfect. And as you like the TV is turned back off, we cut to like a relieved Eleanor who's like, like over the computer where you can see she had like set up this patch to like go and overwrite his local stream, all that stuff.
I dropped the filter that had like the camera and the new setup.
Yeah, perfect. And with that, we conclude the preparation phase of our movie. Things seem to be proceeding even now, all according to plan.
One small detail I'm picturing is the ticker tape effect on the bottom of the news article just gets to a point where it reads like, God, I fucking hope this is over by now and you've managed to convince him because I don't want to write any more of this.
And like Brick like makes sure to grab his attention when she notices that that's
Are you reading this, Harry? Hello.
Are you reading this, Brick? Why twice?
Why twice?
Once would have been enough. All right. So this moves us officially then into Act 3.
Save us some of those crumpets.
We stuffed some down at top.
So Act 3 is our heist. For this heist, we have objectives. These give us just kind of a way to organize this. The heist itself is going to play out as a montage punctuated by scenes rather than like a kind of a unfocused kind of series of scenes like we had during Act 2. In that montage, we're going to accomplish the various heist objectives. So this is the time where we get to say what each of these are going to be a part of. So let me go briefly to the Serpentine Fork. So specifically what each of these objectives correspond to. Gain special access is all about finding or creating a unique opportunity to get closer to the fork. Bypass security is about sneaking, smashing, or suborning your way past the defenses of the museum. Sowing confusion or allaying suspicion is about distracting or misdirecting attention away from your operation. And then extracting is about leaving the museum with what you came for. So the reason why we have to have at least 4 is so we can have at least 1 in each of these. Where do we want to put them? This will then establish which part of the heist each of these details that we worked on are going to be a part of. I think getaway is an obvious for extract.
Yeah,
it's an easy as.
Mm-hmm.
And I think control the network would be bypass security, right?
Either bypass security or gain special access, but gain special access is more the probably the
like benefit.
That's more
banquet,
the benefit
right?
banquet.
Yeah.
Sure.
We think, or that could also be the benefactor banquet could be about allaying suspicion. And
That's true. So
Harry
confusion
Pilford could be gain special access.
Yeah.
How do we want to do it?
I like it that way around. Yeah.
You think Harry Pilford?
Yeah.
Brick has already had special access.
And also like
you're right though.
boy.
So then I'm gonna say that as far as order, I think gain special access will do just before extraction. Extraction is always last.
Sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Tracks.
And I think probably we'll start with the banquet.
Well, I guess it would almost always be. I could see situations where sowing confusion and allaying suspicion needed to happen after extraction.
Yeah, totally.
But
yeah, it depends on the type of heist, right? For this one, extraction last makes the most sense. So question, Emma, for control the network, what was that about when you did the scene? Just so I can...
that was the flash drive.
That's the flash drive.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So we just kind of like had that working in the background. That one's very vague. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip these. Well, actually, wait, before we do that, benefactor banquet, we'll give one of these questions to each of you, then one we'll answer as a group. Because these are, this is part of the new act. We've got questions with these. I'm going to assume then, Emma, you're going to do bypass security. Woo Harry Pilford was gained special access, so that'll be Sue. Ruby, we'll have you do this one, then we'll do extraction together. How about that?
Sure.
So the question, Ruby, that you're going to have, and I'm going to paint the scene for us as we move through this, but then I'll ask these questions as I go. So for this dinner, how is the Serpentine Fork displayed that makes it uniquely accessible during this event? That's my question to you.
Okay. I have an idea.
Yeah,
it seems ridiculous, but I have been to the British Museum, and so this feels like something they might do.
Yeah.
Is that so there is like, it's a banquet, it's a benefactor's banquet, and there's like one table in particular that is the like gold star benefactors, like you have paid for the highest tier of benefactoriness. And that banquet table has a replica of it displayed on the ceiling, which means that with all of the like artifacts laid out in the placing like it is on the advertisements for the event. So like the actual exhibit, so the actual table that it's on is super accessible from the floor above the main banquet. But it's like still it's in eyeshot, but it's not 100% like immediately noticeable. There's still some wiggle room for being able to sneak it away without too many people noticing.
Okay, so there's like a 2-floor situation here where like we've got the tables of banquet stuff down here, and then like directly past the main table there is on the next level there's the actual layout, the display as if we've seen it talked about in the advertisements. Cool, I love that. Let's also this is a new way we're handling this, so we're gonna kind of feel our way through this. I like the idea that let's maybe answer these in advance and then we'll go through those parts of the thing. So question to Emma, how does the security improvement uniquely make the heist possible? Which I guess actually in this case would be the question, what did you
so
interact with?
They've done an incredible job because they've had issues before of people just hacking into the network, and they've had people hack into the network from as far out as like, I don't know, Azerbaijan, somewhere even farther probably. That was just the first place to come to mind. Crusade Islands. And like, so they have done an incredible job just improving their firewalls. And they're pretty much impenetrable. That was definitely what we tried first. They have codes that change basically every 24 hours. And if they pick up anything, it just it immediately changes over to new passwords. Harry gets the new passwords on his phone every time that something comes in. They're so focused on making sure that nobody can do it from far away that it doesn't even occur to anybody that somebody could just walk in with a Union Jack flash drive and plug it in to any of the devices that are all networked together so that they can all share the same passcodes.
I love that. Great answer. Let's talk about what special part of the museum, this is for Sue, is only for Sir Harry Pilford's special friends.
His special friends. So I think there is an alcove or something like in an adjacent hall, maybe somewhere that's close by but not too far away, that's sort of shielded from view. Maybe it's like a display that's meant to be in darkness to prevent like paper decay, so that the lighting's a bit darker. And there's like a bench that people can sit on in there, and that's where he takes them for clandestine activities.
Excellent. And finally, for all of us, what escape advantage does parking in the special place grant us?
I mean, it's fast. It's hella fast.
The answer can just be it's the closest spot by the doors we want to leave through, right? And like we've cordoned off that part of the road. Normally, like there's also the people who park along the road, especially when there's an event like this. And so like keeping the road clear enough to vacate.
I also like the idea that somehow we have managed to actually grab like the main security car parking space, and therefore like they have to park farther away.
Yeah, nice.
Perfect. Love it.
Maybe that was an apology for trying to hold up our filming.
that's part of the thing, because in the movie, Orca is playing the tech person in the van.
That's right.
And therefore, in order to get the shot right, they had to sit in the priority security parking.
There you go.
For where we
Perfect.
caught it off.
So then let's do the heist then. So this is gonna be a montage punctuated by scenes as we have setbacks. It's going to be until all of our objectives are met. During these scenes, I'm going to introduce setbacks. We're going to talk about how we overcome them or whether or not we accept them. And then while we're pursuing the final objective of the heist, I'm going to introduce like the last setback, which cannot be overcome or accepted like a normal setback. Instead, it can only be overcome with the twist move, which is also there in your references. So for those familiar at all with Brindlewood Bay or any car from Brindlewood, this is the most like those games that this game goes, which is you're going to integrate whatever pledges you have left, you're going to gobble them all up, and we're going to put together okay, here's why everything seems to be going wrong, here's how it's actually all according to plan. And that's going to be the final twist. So this is during this phase of the game, as I'm kind of stitching together and making all of this stuff make sense. Don't worry too much if things are like going weird or bad, because remember, this isn't even the real heist. Like the twist is going to redefine everything we do here. So just let the
magic happen.
Just let whatever happens here happen, and then we can literally establish whatever we want during the twist.
Don't panic, chat. We'll be okay.
Don't panic, chat. Don't worry. It's gonna be okay. The game is built for this. No, the only person who does get to panic, Vex in chat, we're probably going to be going over by like 20 minutes to half an hour. It should be fine. But we'll keep it on pace. Keep a good clip.
Movies are just getting longer and longer these days. You can't do anything about it.
Fair.
And we'll be honest, we spent too much time delighting in Sir Harry's philander.
It's true. Look, we had a good time. All right. So,
I'd call him a Don Juan, but that was another person that he slept with. So
we're starting with framing up the banquet. So I think obviously this is happening like right after nightfall, right? It's I don't know what time of year it is, but it's maybe 6:30 or whatever when this starts. The sun is down. The British Museum is lit up with all kinds of outer lights, shining up against the pillars, illuminating the banners, advertising the new exhibit, which is going to be starting the following day. And front and center in this table spread of British culture are items taken from cultures all around the world. Most notably, I think in the place of like our primary fork, not like our salad fork. No, this is like top billing fork, is the serpentine fork, which was taken from the Crozet Islands.
It does have all those pretty gemstones on it.
It does. It is a beautiful, beautiful fork meant to go in your hair, not in your food. But I guess to each their own. Too bad it's not their own. So the lights are up. We can see all the banners and such. And there's I'm imagining like an ultra wide red carpet. This isn't like a narrow one with all the photographers and stuff. But this is like just to lead people in up the massive steps into the building. And there are all manner of important looking curators and archaeologists and just artists, people from all around the globe who have come here for this special night before the release of this fresh exhibit at the British Museum. And among all of those studious, well-to-do faces, we have snuck in, we'll get to Sue with Sir Harry Pilford in a moment, but first, Eleanor, Orca, and Craig are all here. I think we see Craig first because we'll just hold on to this for a second. I think he's in like a powder blue suit. And it's got like the ruffly collar going on, and like a bow tie,
and
like a little golden bow tie. He looks dapper as hell. That mustache that we described earlier, even more majestic looking.
Powder blue top hat.
Top hat included,
and a cane.
And the cane.
He's got the cane. It's got like, I'm imagining what topper does it have?
Yeah, what kind of animal?
What kind of animal? It's an animal. A snakehead?
Love a snake. Or a frog was the other one that came to mind.
Frog is good. Snake is
nice. We'll go with frog.
Frog? Nice. All right. A little round, like happy little frog head.
The frog has become a prince.
Yeah. Aww.
Craig is, I think he's like halfway into a bottle of champagne, and is like the life of the party for this like table of academics off to the side. Where do we see? Let's go, Eleanor, next.
Yeah.
Are you attending directly, or how are you going in?
Yeah, I think I am there. I think that the majority of my job at this point is keeping an eye on my phone, and finding like little blind spots between the cameras to get on and like open doors and whatever is necessary for.
Anytime someone comes near you, you switch over to a mobile game that you're playing.
Yes.
You got like Candy Crush up.
And then if anybody tries to engage me in conversation for too long, I just start showing them pictures of my children.
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. Orca, how about you? How do you walk up?
Yeah. Orca has Orca is fighting against their instincts to be kind of obnoxious because they're trying to pretend to be a different person. So I
was gonna say, I think we're gonna get at least a name out of you. So
yes,
like
I've got
you are going to get
names.
stopped
Don't
on
worry,
your way
chat
in.
has come through.
Yeah. So pick an alias that you're gonna give here.
So for this evening, Orca is instead Barry Lee Baker from Mass Art Museum in Boston.
Perfect.
So Orca and myself are attempting a Boston accent for the rest of the heist. But that's the least of my worries. I think that Orca has gone and put like insanely heavy coverage, like movie concealer makeup on most of their tattoos and stuff, and gotten a really good quality like mousy brown short haircut wig. But is still wearing like a nice suit, but it's a very standard black suit. It's not it's nowhere near as showy as Craig. Craig is the most extravagant. Craig is also for this evening Frederick von Bustenstein.
We're of one mind there. I was about to say the same one.
Yeah, and is getting a lot of compliments for his command of the English language. Even though he is drunk.
Well, that's fine. Where's he supposed to be from?
I think we catch him say like, "Oh yeah, my name's Friedrich von Bustenstein, but my friends call me Craig."
Yeah. Friedrich von Bustenstein, no relation.
Yeah.
And if you want a name, Eleanor, there's also Cheryl Spratt, which I think is a great archivist name. 100%.
Yes,
from
Cheryl Spratt is great. Perfect.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Cheryl. Look at my children.
Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, Barry for the heist is trying to play the part of a like very invested, not a person that actually like is necessarily employed at the museums, but was like heavily like a student that was studying for their PhD at at one of the museums that also kind of was like, yeah, I don't want to be around this guy. And so it was like trying to still be very like, oh my god, there's so many fancy people from this industry around here, even though Orca does not recognize most of them.
I'm so incredibly starstruck.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Does Brick need a nickname? That's a fake name that she would have told Harry?
Yeah, I was going to ask, what have you told Sir Harry Pilford your name is?
Yeah.
I've told him that my name is Annabella Shaw, and I'm from the Barbed Wire Museum in Texas.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. I think that's great.
Oh, that explains the tats. No.
100%.
Well, introducing our first setback of the day. I think Orca, as you are rocking up, you of course have between the makeup, painting over your tattoos, and your simple suit, you look all the part of your alias, which was Barry Lee Baker, Mass Art Museum, Boston. However, when you arrive at one of the tables, I think there are little nameplates for everyone at the different tables, right? You have a place that you're supposed to be going. And when you rock up, you see next to it, there's Barry Lee Baker of Mass Art Museum, Boston. And then next to it, you see Mary Lee Baker of Mass Art Museum, Boston. And moments after you arrive, a short woman with glasses walks up to the placard next to you, turns to you and goes, "You're not Barry." So question, this is our setback. Do we accept this or do we overcome this?
We have to, okay, in order to overcome it, we have to use a pledge, right?
Yes.
That's
and I added to our pledges, I forgot that now that Brick has more than once used the fact that they know people, we need to add well connected as a pledge.
Damn. This is so difficult. Shoot. Okay. Let me remind myself. So if I accept the setback, then it becomes a pledge.
Yes. So then the fact that the name of that pledge would definitely be Mary Lee Baker. And absolutely. the fact that you are known that is not who you are by her would become a pledge that we would use later.
Great. I think here I'm going to accept the setback. And I think the way that Orca is accepting the setback is how old is Mary Baker?
How old do you want her to be? We haven't set anything down. What's most convenient?
I'm gonna say she is she is old enough that she could be either Barry's mother or grandmother.
Excellent.
And when she starts shouting that, like, "You're not Barry," Orca turns around and is like, "Ma, your glasses. I told you need to get new glasses. We've been over this." And is just gonna keep, like, is accepting the fact that she is very loudly telling people, "I'm not who I say I am," but is trying to play it off as a, like, she does it all the time. I swear.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So
gaslighting an old woman. Got it.
Yeah.
So Orca begins gaslighting an old woman. Meanwhile, we're gonna pick up on bypass security with Eleanor, or should I say Cheryl Spratt, who is moving around. Let's follow you as you go to find a place to plant your USB drive. What do you have in mind?
I think that I'm just sort of, you know how it's pretty common these days for people to just sort of be walking while they're typing on their phone.
For sure.
And, like, somebody should stop them and be like, "Hey, you're gonna run into something," or "Hey, you're not allowed to go down this hallway." But, like, if you have the right energy about it, you could get almost anywhere. Especially when I can plug in and open the doors for myself. But no, I think I'm heading toward the information desk. It doesn't have to be anywhere that special.
Yeah.
I'm just walking. I'm in a rental dress. Because if I bought a dress, then my husband would know I was doing something illegal, because that's the only time I buy dresses.
That's very funny. I like that detail.
And yeah, I'm just gonna I'm sure there's something that they have set up specifically around the information desk, specifically probably something like become a member, trying to get more people there. There's gotta be electronics over there.
Oh yeah.
There's a USB drive.
I know our setback here as well. So we see you walking over here, going to plug in. You're walking with all of the intention of somebody who definitely belongs there. Also, everyone say hi to Persephone. Persephone, hi. Now
hello, Persephone.
Thank you. Anyways, you go to plug this into one of the devices at the help desk. And as you go to do so, you plug it in, and then immediately on your phone, you start getting a warning alert that you had set to trigger if all of the codes for the museum start changing, which you know is a sign that somebody has launched an externally based attack. So your USB wasn't detected as an internally based attack, and that's when you notice that behind on the computer, that it's not plugged in to the Ethernet for the network. Instead, it's connecting over the Wi-Fi, and you like fuck, and you check the computer, it's connecting on the guest Wi-Fi.
God damn it!
And so my setback is all of the codes for the museum have just been rolled, and you are perceived as an external threat. What do you want to overcome this or accept this? And also, Sue, be thinking about what Brick is wearing. So we haven't talked about that yet, but we're going to pick up with you and Sir Harry Pilford here in a second.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's already in my head.
Okay, good.
Okay. I'm gonna find a way to use domestic labor here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh. Do you need any pitches?
Yeah, any pitches are great.
Is it maybe that it's like reading it as coming from your home device somehow? Like like the USB, like the system that you've plugged it into is reading as from your like home computer, and you just need to change the properties on the hard drive somehow?
Ooh.
So I have a pitch for accepting this one.
Okay.
My pitch for accepting it is we established earlier, while you were describing it, that Sir Harry Pilford on his phone gets a copy of all of the new codes direct to his phone when they get changed. And so that could become the pledge, is that this happened, this setback happened, your thing didn't work out.
I get in contact with Brick and explain the fuck up and get them to get me the codes. The new codes.
Can do.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my pitch, is we accept it, it becomes a pledge.
I think that's good. I think that makes sense.
All right, cool. I think it's the one that's simplest.
Stressfully playing Candy Crush while I wait.
Incredible.
Oh, sorry, I was just looking for a quiet place to call my kids. Do you want to see a picture of Robin?
Oh, here. Actually, on that card, we ran out of space. So I'm going to get rid of the Orca one because we already used it. James Bond movie.
Yeah. Nice.
Cool. Excellent. So we're going to move then. As far as bypass security, we have a different plan that is emerging there. Let's start with gain special access then, and we'll see if we want any more that follows up on that. So we cut from there as you're hastily scrolling a text message to Brick. We see you send it, and then we do a match cut with your phone and Brick's. As Brick, you casually check it and see this message from your crew member. And we pan up to you sitting at this table in this dark little alcove.
The text says something like "fucking guest Wi-Fi." Can you get me the codes off Harry's phone?
Yeah, Sue, we pick up with you. Describe for me what's going on.
He sends a winky face back.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brick is wearing I should say, Annabelle is wearing a emerald green dress.
Perfect.
And it's spaghetti straps, and she's not tried to conceal any of her tattoos, including the dragon on her back. So she's red lipstick, and the green is like the same color as her eyes, so it really makes them pop.
Nice.
She's wearing high heels, so now she's at least 2 inches taller than Harry, maybe 4 inches taller. And we're in this sweet little alcove, and they're making out, but it hasn't gone too far yet when she gets the text, and she's like, "Oh my god, we should take a selfie."
Yeah.
And so she gestures, because her phone's already tucked back in her bra because she doesn't bring a handbag. And so she gets him to get his phone out and takes a selfie, but at the same time she watches the notification come up for the
Hell yeah.
For the codes, because it'll
Mhm.
just like they do on the Microsoft ones.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
ping, 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 ping.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she memorizes those numbers as she's like taking multiple selfies.
Nice.
And I
Hell
think
yeah.
we get a breathy voice of Sir Harry Pilford in your ear as you're taking these photos.
Mm.
Oh, tonight you're looking mighty, mighty.
I'm so sorry, David. That was
Yes.
the worst thing to have to listen
Thank
to
you.
with
You're very
headphones.
I saw my opportunity and I had to take it.
ASMR isn't always nice.
I don't want any Sir Harry ASMR, please.
No, please.
No, thank you.
He is definitely a brick house.
So I think then, Sue, after having we've recovered, we've gotten the codes that we needed, or seemingly gotten the codes that we needed. And now you need to slip away to presumably go and make the swap at the fork or do something with that. I think our complication here, our setback here, is just that Sir Harry Pilford is so enamored by you, Brick, and doesn't want to let you go. How do we overcome the setback?
She is going to whisper in his ear, "If you don't let me go, I'm going to shit my pants."
Okay, I do love this move, but I will point out we do need to use a pledge. Overcome a setback.
It's Brick House. It's the song that set it off.
What pledges do we have left?
We've got Gregory, Craig. We've got Eleanor, domestic labor. Whatever your last name, Catkin.
Catkin.
Union Jack. I'm gonna just make it big so I can read it.
Brick house, well connected.
Yeah.
The codes have been changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for Brick
Mary Lee Baker of
we
Nassau
could
Museum.
have. Okay, here's my pitch. So we get that bit. Your phone starts ringing properly. The ringtone is Brick House starts playing. And you know, like give him a quick peck. Say you got to take this, and like also like I'm just gonna go take a shit while I'm at it. You know, I gotta
I'll be out there for a minute.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some time.
I'm gonna go ahead and remove then Brick House from our pledges as we use that here. And you're able to get away to gain and you have the codes. You are you're well past security. You have special access to everything that you need right now. Orca is causing a hell of a distraction as they're getting putting on the performance of their life. Brick, I think we see you approach the tables that's been set here. There's a large glass case going around that has a small keypad off to the side, and you very carefully enter the code that you just memorized, and then follow it up with the other code that you just memorized that disables the otherwise silent alarm that would go off.
Of course.
And you go and you grab it out of there. Now, I'm assuming since our intention is to shame him, and also as part of this,
can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, please.
That when I was at the silver service at breakfast, I stole a silver fork that I can use to replace, and it's maybe got his monogram on it.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
I love that. So you go to place that. This is normally where we would move from this into extraction, which I'm going to save. Like we answered the question. This is just a great place to get away, right?
Yep.
I think now is the time for our grand setback. Something needs to go wrong here. I've got a short list. Timing has changed, an alarm is raised. We specifically got the codes for that. So I only want to use that one as a last resort. Okay. One of my options that I have listed here is somebody incredibly important has shown up the same day as your heist. Hear me out, King of England.
Yes, I'm down.
King of England, and he wants to see the fork.
Of course he does.
Of course he does, yeah.
Yeah. So
he really wants to know if he can eat some bolognese with that.
Sue, Brick, I should say. Brick. Or you're Annabelle.
Yeah, Annabelle.
You have just taken the fork. You have just replaced it with your stooge fork. The case is very slowly coming back down. But you are now the only one on this level. Security is focused down below. There's a bit of a scene happening, but that's not part of what you're doing right now. You're the only one up here. And that is until a elevator opens at the far end of the hallway onto this level. As it opens, you see 4 of those like guards from Buckingham Palace walk out in full regalia. 2 of them pull out trumpets and trump a like the king has arrived at this floor tune as the Merry King of England himself steps out of the elevator, being guided by Sir Harry Pilford onto this floor. I think you are within direct eye shot of what is happening there. This is our final grand setback that seemingly would overthrow the heist and all that it's for. This is the time for our twist. Why is this moment actually all according to plan? We need to integrate all remaining pledges. And now those don't have to necessarily immediately resolve the given moment. They can kind of play out in the following action. But we do need to resolve all existing pledges. And we need to twist. Why on earth is the King of England being here with Sir Harry Pilford approaching where we are right now with holding in our hand the serpentine fork? Why is this actually all according to plan?
It's not the king. It's someone I know who is a king impersonator.
Okay, yes. Can I yes, I have a yes and for this, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
Oh my
absolutely.
God, I
it's
love
not
this.
actually the king. And the people that it is are in the background while we were planning for this heist. We got in touch with the team of well-experienced treasure hunters that we know that the British Museum has been hiring, including Mary Lee Baker, including Gregory, who I'm gonna say is just part of MI6. That's why he's got a crazy part about it. And this dude that is impersonating the king. They are all actually treasure hunters who have turned coat to be like, yeah.
Craig comes over and just like gives the most salute. Is just like, Your Highness.
When we say he has no friends, we mean he has no friends.
No friends.
Hell yeah. Sarah Chet, the king is played by Helen Mirren. Yes, canon.
She can do it. I believe in it.
Oh, yeah, not 100%.
Okay, but we do still have to get Eleanor's family and the flash drive in on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so I think the flash drive we can play. It had the Union Jack on it.
It had the Union Jack on it.
Exactly. It's MI6.
Yeah. No. We have like a little moment, as part of all this, where the flash drive that we have, like it was a gift directly from like Craig or something. It's like, oh yeah, no, got it for you. And so no, I think the fact that it has a Union Jack on it, that's enough. Like integrated.
Oh, I like the idea that like they pick up on the fact that there was they could pick up on the fact that there was a security breach and it was from this Union Jack flash drive, but because it has a Union Jack on it and Harry is so obsessed with the Queen, like everybody legitimately just assumes, especially when it's like later found in his pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think I could say you could have planted the flash drive on him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
Like,
Well connected is obviously integrated.
Especially because where the table is that had the fork on it was like on a balcony level. So once the security stuff got set off and Brick got to that balcony, there's just Eleanor just chucks it up over the balcony to her. Hell yeah.
I have a way that I can incorporate Eleanor domestically if her cat can. I think that doing hair is definitely a thing that I've gotten very good at. I want to wear this fork out. The way it was meant to be worn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Or I want to put it in Brick's hair. Either way.
Does go with the dress.
Brick has got the
It
dress.
does go with the dress.
It goes with the dress.
Yep.
Oh, because I was going to say, once she had the fork and she'd replace it with his, that she twists up her hair and puts it in.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she learned how to do it from you.
Yeah,
I get it really secured in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yes.
So, all the things we described happen around this. but I think we've integrated it. The twist exists. As far as I'm concerned, we've answered it because like all of those are integrated in this scenario.
Oh,
let me.
And he can't activate the security the way he wants to because I have changed the codes since the codes have been made.
Yes.
Well, and so the codes were changed. Harry's the one who's received the codes. He would at that point be the only one in the museum with the new codes. And he has the flash drive that reset the codes on
He's
his
got to
person
be
on
responsible.
him. So here's the
And
moment.
it's his monogram on the fork.
Here's yes. Here's the moment.
Hubris.
The King of England approaches with Sir Harry Pilford. Brick, where you are standing. I think at this point I think Ruby, you mentioned the idea of Mary having tossed something up.
Yeah.
For them. So like for now the fork is stowed. We don't worry about that. There's a fake fork in its place. Not a fake fork, one of Harry's tableware in its place. And he's approaching with the king. I think we recognize some of the actors who are playing the guardsmen on the sides. Helen Mirren as the King of England approaches with Sir Harry Pilford. She's doing a phenomenal job. She's eating in this role. And when they arrive at the case with you, Brick, I need another identity from you. You are going to reveal yourself to be a secret agent with MI6 who has uncovered his plot to steal the serpentine fork and is now reporting it directly to the king in front of him. What's your new handle?
Elizabeth Montgomery Jones.
Yes. You hold out your badge for MI6. It has your face on it. Hell, it has your tattoos, and it has the name Elizabeth Montgomery Jones. And how do you tell the King of England and Harry to his face that he has committed crimes against the Queen?
He gave it to Brick as a gift.
Incredible.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that he gave it to me as a gift in order to have another illicit affair. And
you explain all this, and Harry's like, "Oh, what? This is preposterous! I haven't been up here all evening. The cameras will certainly." And he's like gesturing, and we can see that the cameras have all turned away from this area. He's like, "Well, we'll certainly have." And he turns and looks to the King of England, Helen Mirren, who looks back at him and shakes their head, disappointed at him, and like tuts, and he collapses to his knees and holds up his hands. No, I had a dream like this once.
He says, "I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed."
Yes. And he says, the King of England says, like, I don't know how Charles sounds, but Agent, you'll return the fork for us?
Of course.
Can't let anything else from the British Museum go missing.
And I think at this point, Helen Mirren, again eating in this role, taps with her foot Sir Harry Pilford. Not even one, eh? Before turning around, and the trumpets play us out as we approach the elevator and head downstairs. We see in a quick we see in a quick punchy set of scenes you making your way down with the king, you then handing the fork off to Eleanor, who then ties it up into your hair, and as you pass Orca, you're in like this incredibly heated thing with Mary now. She like has you by the collar. It's like, you're not my son.
I know I'm not. You're my grandma.
And I think the guardsmen come down and like act like they're breaking it up with you and escort you off the premises. It's Brick doing her best brisk sort of agent walk with the king, with these guardsmen dragging you, Orca and Mary, out of the building. And like the moment we leave onto the steps, we dust you off, you tap your shoulders, make sure you're doing okay, and we walk out of there like we've got the full crew outlined in an array. As we walk down the steps, we've got the sick action shot as we walk out of the building towards our nice car.
No, I know, you wouldn't believe it. It happened all at once. We were just walking by the British Museum, and suddenly we're hearing all of this stuff inside. Yeah, I should be home in a couple of days.
Oh shit, I think Craig's still inside. You'll have a good night.
Yeah.
Brick is humming. She's a brick.
House. Oh, we get in the car. We see now that the car that's been parked here is like a full limousine, plenty of space for all of us for all sorts of activities. We pile in, and Orca, I guess you're the driver.
Yeah.
You hop in the front, you turn on the tunes, and we play out to Brick House as it drives.
Yes, hell yeah.
To the drive-through for a Big Mac.
Jack.
And as we drive away, our car heading off into the night, past the cordon that's of people dressed for the Bond filming. I think maybe they did decide to just start doing some of it. We've got like a crane with a boom arm following us out.
Yeah.
I
put a single hat on and then suddenly look like a limo driver in my outfit.
The stunt double is like really talented, so they're probably fine for a while.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As you drive off, the white credit card comes up, all according to plan, the Serpentine Fork. And we move into the credits of the film. Now, we're going to get to our ratings in a second, but before we get to our ratings, there's one last bit of game that we have, and that is our post-credits scenes. So as the credits are rolling, each of you just give me a little beat, a little moment that's just narrating your character's life after the events of the heist. Think of these as like the little ones that pop up in the sides during the credits roll that just explain a little bit about where you're at now. This can be immediately after, this can be months later, whatever you'd like. I will say if you have one that you think is particularly interesting or dramatic, we can always save it for last. Otherwise, any order is fine.
My Brick's first post-credit scene is the four of us, including Craig, sitting around a table, and she's making a movement with her pinky, indicating that he was quite coming down. And there's like a cackle of laughter.
There's just like burger wrappers and like soda cups. That's good.
Perfect.
What
else are we thinking?
Yeah. We see Eleanor back in the kitchen that she was in before, helping out with more meals for people who can't afford them. And like we see that we've actually taken inspiration because we've got like pasta as one of the main dishes that we do, pasta and noodles. We've actually taken inspiration and we've bought a bunch of actual forks made out of good materials to eat with and like are weighted correctly that have like a little squiggly tine in the middle.
Awesome.
You go.
No, you go.
I was gonna say this is a decent amount of time on from the actual heist itself. Possibly more of a flash forward moment. Orca gets absolutely horrendous reviews for their part in the next James Bond movie because their accent was terrible. And they don't give a shit. And they flip off most of the cameras that manage to catch paparazzi shots of them, including a number of new tattoos that they've gotten at the tattoo parlor for the original person that tattooed Sir Harry. And therefore, even though Orca made bank on their movie, and then they're also using their bad PR to try and get as many eyes on some sick tat work as possible.
I love it.
And then the last one, maybe, the three of us returning the fork to its rightful place.
Yeah, I think the last one as the credits are rolling is you're at the Crozet Islands. Sometimes we establish more about what's going on there or not. In our world, this is an uninhabited set of islands off in the Atlantic Ocean. In this world, there is some community or culture that lives there. And there is, I think, perhaps an official sort of ceremony where it is returned to its homeland to thankful people who are happy to have their thing back from the fucking British Museum.
I bring home a couple of actually given to us souvenirs for the kids.
Nice.
None of the people from the British Museum are involved in this exchange.
Nope.
This all happens offline, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, there should be a post-credit screen where Harry's in jail.
Yep.
And
So-
just slamming.
I've got the last little post-credit scene. We're at a tattoo parlor. And for the first time in the entire film, we actually see our tattoo artist. We didn't give a name to them. I just want you to imagine in your head some random tattoo artist in the UK, in London, who is standing here. They've got like a bunch of tattoos on the wall behind them, different art pieces that you can pick. There's like a chair next to them. They've got the tattoo gun out. Somebody's like their back is out. They're getting like a huge back tattoo that's artist is working on, and they get like a boop boop on their phone and they check it, and it's like a text from Orca that just is a text with a link, and they click on the link and it's an article about Sir Harry Pilford going to jail for a few years for trying to steal something from stealing a cultural artifact from the British Museum, and the tattoo artist just goes, huh, nice. And that's the end of the film.
Nice.
We fade to true black. Let's check our ratings questions. How do we do? How's our critical reception?
Holy shit, that was a good
This is
time.
gonna dictate how much the movie skimmed over Brick and Sir Harry's romance.
Did the heist crew flagrantly break the law or local rules with panache and style?
No.
Flagrantly? No, I don't think so.
I don't know if we did much in the way of flagrantly.
No.
Somebody did impersonate the king at a like pretty
That is true.
pretty top
I
tier
think you
event.
probably can't impersonate. I'm assuming that's bad.
I'm assuming like
Yeah,
especially
this is-
not for the purposes of like
Of morally crippling a man.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, it's not illegal to morally cripple a man.
Yeah. I think we definitely get the +1 there. I think the
Yeah.
+2 is real shaky on this one, so I think we'll stick with the +1.
Mm.
I mean, well, look, all of the heists are always set up in a bit of that, but it's the moment of flagrant law breaking where you have to kind of apply the moral high ground, and I don't know if we have that super well this time. So
Yeah.
we'll take the +1 though. Did a member of the heist crew narrowly avoid suspicion or otherwise succeed by the skin of their teeth? I think we actually did really well. So and I don't think we baked in any of these moments particularly. If there's one that comes to mind, let me know, but I don't think so.
No.
I think the codes getting the
Ooh, that's
is-
true.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what I was gonna say.
That was by
Yeah.
the skin of the teeth for sure. Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's +1 from each of those then. I don't think we have the +2 on that one because we did succeed without the hard pivot. Well, no, yeah, not quite. So yeah, we'll do +1. Was a specific line given? Yes, we did this.
Yep.
We did this, I think, for 2 different lines.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
And so I think we get the +1 and we get the +2 for the
Hell
full
yes.
3 times. Did the movie include a B plot?
I would call everything that happened with Rick and
Was the romance
Harry.
with Harry Pilford a B plot? I think it kind of was.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
it wasn't quite devoid from the main thing, but
Yeah.
oh wait, no. All that we need to at least get the +1 here is in one of those clips at the end of the film, we have you publishing a romance novel
There
that
you
Yeah, there we go.
involves a museum curator.
Yeah, a museum
Yeah.
curator and an ex-con.
Yeah.
With that, we for sure get the +1. And since all the stuff with Harry Pilford with the romance was wrapped into the climax, we'll get the +2 on that. I
Hell
like
yeah.
that just fine. Did a member of the heist crew use unnecessary force or a needlessly complicated solution for an otherwise simple problem? What do you think? I mean, I do kind of think having an impersonator of the king to emotionally hurt one man.
I disagree. That was
pretty-
essential and crucial.
Pretty over the top. I'll give us the +1 on that, but not the full +1.
Yeah.
I don't think we had a simpler way.
We did just kind of genuinely ruin his whole career.
Oh yeah, dog. That's how
He
this
ruined
game
his
works.
life.
Hell
He's not
yeah.
gonna be able
that
to trust
is,
women anymore.
Let's see. Overall, we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So we got 6 out of 10 possible points. 6 out of 10 from the critics. That's not bad. Audience score.
Yeah.
Look, audience score is fantastic.
Yeah.
6 out of 10 from the critics is acceptable. Hey, well, I'm not
Tomato
gonna be
meter's
mad
right
about
up
it.
there.
Yeah, for sure. plenty of 6 out of 10 critical reviews that are excellent movies. So we'll take it. Well, thank you, everyone. That was all according to plan. We made the Serpentine Fork tonight, and I had a grand time.
Hell yeah.
I thank you all for all of your beautiful contributions and participation, and for giving this game a try.
That was great.
I think that went really well. We'll talk more about playtesting stuff in the panel that comes after this, so stick around for that if you're keen and interested.
And if you can.
It's going to get pretty late for some parts of the world, and it's getting kind of late here. So we'll see how that goes.
Thank you so much for running that, David. That was super fun.
It was good. If you need me for any more, just hit me up and I'll be there.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. This as far as to our audience, this game is very much in pre-production right now. That said, we've been developing on it for a little over a year now. It's in fairly good standing.
Should we tease our other mysteries?
Yeah, we've got a few good ones. One that is written and has been playtested before is Disney on Ice, where we have a heist to steal Walt Disney's frozen head. That one rules, but there's no way it would go to time for a 3-hour game. It necessarily is a little bit longer. There's To the Moon, which is one we're working on, where you do a scheme to trick a crypto bro empire with a fake moon landing operation. That one gets weird. God, we've got a few more in the pipe.
We've got one in the works where it's a big cat rescue sanctuary.
Yeah. And it's called Big Cat Burglary.
Nice.
And you're stealing all these animals that shouldn't be at this person's house, essentially, and returning them to the wild.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So we got more. There will be lots from this game here soon. Once we've kind of worked out all the kinks for the running of it, we'll finish
worked
off
out some of the
heist.
kinks, added some others.
Yeah. But this should see some kind of release later this year, is how we're currently earmarking it. So we'll see exactly how it goes. But thank you everyone for playing. I will take no more of your evening, except to let me kick off. We have a giveaway before I forget.
I was gonna ask.
Everyone who's on here, you're also welcome to enter. Just hop into chat. Give me 1 second to open it so that everybody can actually enter.
Extremely cool giveaway.
Oh yeah, so tonight the giveaway is a copy of Deathmatch Island. The code for it via Roll20. That's where you can get a copy of the game.
I've played Deathmatch Island. It is a blast.
It rules. It's awesome. I gotta manage and announce. All right, if you write hashtag KiwiRPG in the chat, then you will enter yourself. I would I'm under the KiwiRPG account right now, so I can't do that. But anyone else who's on Twitch, you could be here in the game or you could be here in chat. Please drop a hashtag KiwiRPG and enter to win a great game.
Yeah.
We just gotta vamp for a couple of minutes while this happens. Well, since I have you all here for a couple of more minutes, any kind of immediate feedback on the game that you have? This was a playtest, so any thoughts, any feelings, vibes?
Ooh. Sorry.
You're fine.
Said I think maybe the only thought that came to mind, because I think it, especially in like a stream context, is useful to clear up with people when you're starting, is just like a little bit of an explainer of like what this style of RPG is going to run like.
That's fair.
In that sense of like, and that's just a very generic, like, hey, we're playing a writer's room style thing, so you're gonna describe your scenes and then we're gonna move on, rather than like necessarily needing to roll dice or things like that. I think that might be useful. Just so that little bit of guidance for people, but I don't think it was like bad or distracting or anything. I think it's just a useful thing to include. Yeah.
That's a smart. Yeah.
Yep. I'll chuck that in the notes. Emma, any thoughts? First time experiencing it?
Yeah.
At the table?
I thought it worked really beautifully together. I think that the work you did here for the layout was a great idea.
Quick and dirty, but it did work.
It works. I am really happy. The first couple of passes at this, it was kind of hard to see it coming together as a game, and like we're very much there now. It's it plays, it works.
How about you, Sue? Any thoughts?
I sort of expected more role playing between the characters, but the way it's set up still kind of works. Like it's describing the scene rather than being in the scene.
Yeah.
That is.
Go ahead, Ruby.
Sorry, I was just going to say, adding on to that, that is one thing in terms of like, especially for your rating questions, if you get more points for like recurring lines of dialogue or recurring phrases, then like knowing when, making it clear for players that they have the time, obviously in a stream context, again, that's a little tricky, but letting players know that they have the time if they want to be like, hey, have a conversation here, or don't, is like kind of important, because it does end up affecting how winning the game, quote unquote. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely think more can be done to polish up the director's advice to like make it able to. So thinking of that is like figuring out when to say like, yes, let's extend the scene, see more of the scene, versus like kind of moving through it at more of a high level. I do think the pace of the game, in order to get through like a full heist movie worth of stuff in like a one shot, I think we just need a better mechanism for like dipping into and out of scene.
I wonder if we could do something where like we have everybody sort of pitch the scenes that they're thinking about. There's at least one like make some noise on Dropout episode where they do something like this. There's a mini game they play at one point, I think, where people pitch like a title for a thing, and then like a little bit of a blurb about what it would be, and then they say like, let's see it, and they do a little scene. So maybe like everybody could kind of pitch what they want to do, and then we could either decide as a table, or you could pick as the director, like which ones we kind of drop into more seriously.
Well, that might be a good way, if we have the same level of like mostly we move through scenes, to be able to call for a like, let's see more of that, let's see this specific detail, and get that in the clear. Well, we're thinking about as we move into the next draft.
And also that does fit with like movie stylization of maybe when you have an idea for a scene, maybe you've got to like give it a scene title and do the kind of thing you would see in a movie script, where it's like this is a montage scene, or this is a dialogue scene, or this is a like a pure visual scene kind of thing. Could be
interior Harry's bedroom night.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Exterior, the British Museum.
Yeah.
All right, worth considering. Great feedback. Thank you, everybody. Let's poll the winner. I gotta remember where the button is. Hey, it's Ruby.
It's me. Thank you. I had to briefly check my other KiwiRPG bundles to see whether I had Do the Match Island yet or not.
Okay, I think you were maybe the only one who put in for
I think so. So thank you, chat.
A few people in chat have already won. We got several codes for this and for Monster of the Week. So, well, congratulations, Ruby. I will arrange for that code for you later. I think otherwise we're ready to go out for the night. So thank you, everyone. Join for the streams coming up later tonight. But for now, goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.